to the rat house, baby, where the truth ain't quiet, and neither are you. Where the ChatRats crew slide in, pull up a seat, crime talk, cold facts, and a jazzy backbeat. We got stories to tell, got some justice to serve. So pour up that coffee or something with a swerve. There's Rat Daddy leading 6'5", a cool. Toys the queen with the sharpest of tools. Dean's cracking jokes, Mary B's got the tea, and Lawleen lays the law down, real boss energy. MJ's got the fire. Gingy's taking names. Sassy's dropping Angel Baby's in the game. The clerk's keeping order, Misty's watching close. Pinky promises, keeps receipts, and she does the most. We're the ChatRats, baby, worldwide and bold. Stories unfold while the crime scene gets cold. Puff, puff, pass, and the truth gets exposed. At the rat house, baby, that's how it goes. Snap, snap. Cherry lights it up. Cherry lights it up, neon glow behind her head. Tombstones drops the facts that awake the dead. Connor's taking notes, Janine's on the clock. Petty the paralegal keeps the court on lock. Sweet woman, sweet, but she'll sting if you like. Calypso keeps it cool, got that island vibe. Prince Lover's in purple, that Texas pride glowing. Sherry's laughing loud while the facts keep flowing. Bum, 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 OG coming through, crazy-eyed cheese, oh you better believe. Robo-rat clicks, sparks, gears in his head, breaking the code till the lies drop dead. Jump, we're the ChatRats, baby, worldwide and bold. Stories unfold while the crime scene gets cold. Puff, puff, pass, and the truth gets exposed. At the rat house, baby, that's how it goes. Crime solving, cracks. World's our stage. That's a fact. Together, we're the ChatRats crew. We ain't looking back.
Bam. What's up, people? What's up, internet people? I haven't seen you in so long. Maybe half a day. Let's see who's up in here. What up, Bob? Good to see you. TC, good to see you. Turn down your iPad. There we go. What up, Mia? Angel, what's up? SWFL, what's up? Appreciate the jewels. Fearless Farm Girl on the board first. Back on the super chats, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Goals. Goals. So yeah, today got a couple of cool things Connor sent me. So Turtleboy is interviewing, what's his name? Dave Wedge, the author of the new book. So we're going to just check out a couple of little interviews he did so we can see who he is before we watch him on Turtleboy Show later. We got that, a couple other things. We'll see if anybody shows up to hang out. Lots of links out, so we will see. Am I tired? No. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Taking a nap. Can't get tired while you're taking a nap. I forgot to send MJ the link. Hold on before she starts complaining about it. There it is. And what's up, Mary B?
How's it going?
What you doing? Just going. chilling. Or trying to chill. I was trying to take a nap, and then you popped up in the green room. I was like, fuck. Gotta click stuff. I gotta click stuff then.
Yeah, get to clicking.
Winks. Appreciate the 5-0.
Thanks, Winks.
Yeah, it was good. All the mods, everybody, really good job yesterday. Make it go smooth and like we've done it before. Actually, we have done it before. I think we raised about $6,000 on the other two.
Something like that. Yeah, this was definitely the biggest.
Yeah, so that puts us about 18,000 overall. That's pretty good. We are glad we can help.
Exactly.
Glad we can help. Next time we're gonna make it come all through me, and then I'm just gonna donate. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it sketchy and shit.
Yeah, exactly. No receipts, nothing.
Oh fuck no, no receipts at all. We don't do no receipts.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah, just trust me, bro. We're on the honor system. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the first one we got going. Boston Tim. I'm not sure about the lady's name. Just doing the interview. It should be pretty good, so we can see what this dude's all about.
All right.
See what people think about him. The other one I got is Billy Bush. It ought to be good. So nice. I saved it for second, just in case the first one sucked. Because you know Billy will get it crunk up in there. You know.
Always.
Appreciate it, Randy. We need to build them memberships. We need a shit ton of them. We need like 400. That's what we need. 400 memberships. Yeah, appreciate it, smallest. Yeah. It's just 400. That's
no biggie.
It's all in your mind. And then I wanted to watch this impromptu the other day that he did about his deposition. So.
Perfect.
Should be able to make pretty good time with these videos.
Sounds lovely.
I don't know about lovely, but we're going to make it through it. But first, I want to show you this picture I made earlier. You can almost see it's a Bigfoot sighting picture. Mm-hmm. And there's a couple of hidden things in there. If you zoom it up, bam!
Yeah, got to be careful with those brown and white photos.
Yeah, and this one, bam! Look at that.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have nightmares. Oh
if that wasn't bad enough, check out that.
Ah.
She doesn't know she's headed.
Is that
toward? No, that's LTL.
Oh my god.
He's a mystic creature hiding.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's hiding in the bush. Started out like that, a little Bigfoot sighting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But then this fuck, you know, he's always there.
White cryfish.
His eyes.
The eyes. Oh, Miss Lily's up in here.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need that about 7 more times. 7 more of them babies. And I'll take this cryfish out. Sasquatch. Cry-squatch. Mike Cry-squatch.
This white cryfish.
Oh, well. Oh, I missed JFK and crew. Yeah. And you're talking about in the picture? Oh, that's too much. I was just goofing. I didn't go that deep. I mean, I did a lot of goofing on ChatGPT today, though.
You sure did.
Yeah, so let's check this out. Let's see if we can figure out who the Dave Wedge is. See if he's anywhere near us.
See if we like him.
Which I doubt he is. Yeah, let's see if we like him or not. That way, at least we'll, because I don't have a fucking clue who he is. So at least we can get a little background on him before we see the interview. You know, that ought to be pretty good. We'll see what happens. Let's see.
Welcome to Just Curious with JC. Very excited about today's guest.
Obviously, it's NBC 10. We're going to have to stop it a lot.
He is a New York Times
that's annoying.
author, and his latest book is definitely something you've heard about. Please welcome Dave Wedge. Thank you so much. Author of Blizzard of Lies is your most recent one. And who is it about? What is it about?
It's the story of the Karen Reed case, but I like to tell people it's not the Karen Reed case, it's the John O'Keefe case. John O'Keefe was
fucking I already don't like him.
the police officer that was found dead on Road in Canton. Karen Reed was charged with his originally with just hitting him and a vehicular homicide. Then it was upgraded to murder, and she was tried twice. First trial ended in a hung jury. Second one and a mistrial, and the second one she was found not guilty.
All right, we had our own show, Commonwealth Confidential.
Feel better.
Those trials.
Okay,
It
feel
counted
better
in the book.
for sure.
Really?
Yeah, Sue O'Connell's my
How did
friend.
that-
She's great.
Oh, she is great. And she was our courtroom insider, still is,
Yes.
for the future trials that we've done. And this captivated, there's really no way to explain just how much this captivated our area and then expanded out, because we allowed viewers to write in questions and they were coming from overseas.
Yeah, this is one of those cases, I compare it, at my own peril to OJ, Pamela Smart, Casey Anthony.
I don't know what parts of it you compared to those cases,
Yeah.
because we all knew Casey Anthony was guilty. She got off. So did OJ, and he even admitted it. So it's not really like those cases. It's a big case, but if that's all you're looking at, yeah, but no similarities in the cases at all. This lady was innocent, man.
Those sort of cases that just kind of captivate Natalie Holloway. Like these stories that just captivate us because there's an air of mystery and people want to know what happened. You also have a woman here who's an upper middle class woman. She's attractive. She's successful. You have John O'Keefe, the victim, who is a handsome young Boston police officer, very admirable guy, stepped up to take care of his niece and his nephew after their parents died suddenly and tragically. You just had this life that should have been long and happy and fulfilling, and instead it ended in tragedy and a mystery. And people just can't get enough of it. And the same, my social media on this, I've never seen anything like it. Just people are just on my post fighting with each other about the case.
It has so many polarizing aspects to it, and also so many layers.
Yeah.
The farther we got, what started as a simple is a
Does she have LTL shoes on?
I think so. Well, hers are open toed.
Oh, okay. Maybe
His
they're
toes are
not.
probably
choice
too
word.
ugly for that.
but
Would be my
it seemed
guess.
like a tragic hit and run DUI moment turned into this massive courtroom drama. At what point in the multiple years as this was going on did you say, I need to sit down and start writing this one?
Yeah, almost immediately. But then I took a break. So I after it happened in January 2022, it was, as you said, it seemed to be just a tragic hit and run in a snowstorm. And then whispers started happening in Canton. And I have a lot of friends in the area. I've worked in journalism for 25 years. I'm writing books. I've kind of earned this reputation being one of the Boston true crime guys. So my phone started ringing. People started calling me like, dude, there's something with this case. You got to take a look at it. So I started paying attention. I went to some of those early pretrial hearings after the charge was elevated to murder. And now instead of a simple hit and run, you've got a woman fighting for her life because murder, life in prison for murder too. And so I started paying attention. When I went into the courtroom in those early proceedings, there was a lot of irregularities that I saw that didn't make sense. Some of those things have since been explained, such as the missing library video and the dog bites that appeared. People appeared to think John O'Keefe's injuries were dog bites. Those things naturally, when you see them at first and you hear about them, you're like, red flag, what's going on here? But most importantly, some of the ways that
I like it when we show a picture and you can see how far behind people are when they start laughing at it. It's like 3 minutes go by, a few people laugh at it, 4 minutes, and then a few more minutes, a few people laugh at it. It fucking cracks me up.
judge handled
What up, K. John?
those early hearings was something I hadn't seen. She left a lot of loose ends untied. I thought there should have been some evidentiary hearings to kind of get the full picture and the solution about what happened to the evidence. And that didn't happen. So there's a lot of dangling things left out there that just took on like wildfire.
So even before it
Damn,
went to
Thomas.
the jury, even though before it went to trial, you were already flagged and interested in what was going to happen with this.
I was thinking about it, and I was going to do the book back in 23, but then I tabled it and I did my last book, which was about the boxer, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, that grew up in my town, Brockton. Shout out to Brockton. So,
Always have to give the shout.
I always got to give my shout out to Brockton. But, so after I finished the Marvin Hagler book, the first trial was gearing up towards the first trial. And then by then the case was a global case and it was a national spectacle. So I started paying very close attention, and then I started actually working on the book. But I did have all notes from those early days because I did cover a lot of those early hearings. So when you read the book, you're getting the full picture. And really why I wrote the book at the end of the day was there's so much noise on both sides, and everyone has their angle on and their biases on why it happened. This is an unbiased journalistic look at what happened. I'm getting accused of bias by both sides right now, but it's not.
Is that not a sign then that you're not? Because when I feel like if I get hit by both sides, that means I'm somewhere balanced because they both think I'm not doing it.
I feel like I did my job. If everyone's mad at me, then I probably did my job. And I don't want anyone mad at me, but that's life. That's journalism. As you know, no one's always going to be happy with what you do. But I tried to really report this case down the middle while telling a really compelling narrative about what happened, and really why I ultimately decided that it was a book is because of the characters involved. And John O'Keefe was a very interesting young man that should have had a very bright future that was cut short. And there's all this other, noise with, Karen Reed and all the, her challenges, the corruption in the court system that she has faced. And whether you think she's guilty or innocent, it's undeniable. There was a lot of irregularities, if not outright corruption, in the investigation and in the things that happened in the courtroom. And then you have the social media piece, which took it to stratospheric heights.
That was...
I've never seen anything like it.
No, I haven't either. That was sort of its own beast
That's
over here, in addition to the trial. When you started to dive deep into this, who were the people you most wanted to speak to?
Well, I wanted to speak with Karen, because she's the only one that was there, that at that moment,
Right.
I did sit down with Karen a couple of times, but she didn't want to go on the record with me because she's probably going to write her own book, and I think she should when all's said and done. But she was pretty candid with me about a few things, and it just gave me a little direction on how to look at her. I talked to her attorneys a little bit, not David Yannetti. I've met him a few times in court, but I talked to Alan Jackson quite a bit. I spent a lot of time with the O'Keefe family, and I wanted to talk to the O'Keefe family because I felt like John's story hadn't really been told. I felt like it had become the Karen Reed case, and everyone just knew everything about Karen's life and their relationship, but no one really knew who John was. So you get a lot of that in the book.
It was hard to get we did attempt to try to get somebody from the O'Keefe family to talk because we did want to know more about John beyond the few photos.
Yeah, you can only get that one guy. Do it for Johnny. Do it for Johnny.
And he actually doesn't know shit.
Nope. But you can get him all you want. They'll send him right on over there to you. What's his name? I can never remember.
I think his name is John too.
Do it for Johnny.
This guy, I don't like his breathing. I don't like how he breathes.
I'm waiting for him to get into what he believes in.
Those that we had, and then of course, basically Karen's version of John. A few of his friends and family, of course, took the stand, but he is the victim at the end of all of this. So, were the O'Keefes willing to speak to you, and how many of the members did you get?
Yeah, I talked to several members of the family, and they were very open. They didn't want to talk a lot about Karen. They didn't want to talk a lot about what happened, but they wanted to tell stories about John and who he was in his life. A lot of Boston police officers I spoke with, and I dug through his records, so you find out the whole picture of what he did as a police officer, which is what my job is to give the whole picture. There were some
commendations there. I mean, running down some suspects and such physically. Like
he's at the marathon. He's one of the police officers at the Boston Marathon that day that helped get people out of that area when we really didn't know what was going on. So, and then I just talked.
Ooh, Emily read the book. We're not doing drama. I should have sent her a link. I might do that while we're sitting here. I sent Kazi a link on X if you wanted it.
I think she.
She's going to the Defense Diaries meetup with Bob.
Yeah, but she listened to it on audio. I think she said.
Oh, she sent us clips on that night. She was listening.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So funny. Super smart.
To a lot of people. I talked to a lot of lawyers because
I don't envy you that.
But this isn't a white paper and it's not a dissertation. It's not a Wikipedia page. So people are going to read this and they're going to cherry pick what they agree with and what they don't agree with. But at the end of the day, I think it gives a full picture of what happened.
I did notice at one point you did scenario 1, scenario 2. So it's not, you didn't come to a conclusion in this book. Am I right about that?
No. And there were, anyone that says they know what happened is lying because they weren't there. It's all speculation. We know what happened in the courtroom, which is Karen Reed was found not guilty. And then we know some things about the conspiracy that perhaps are true, perhaps are not. We know that his phone did not go in the house. John O'Keefe's phone didn't go in that house. We know that Google search did not happen at 2:27 a.m. It happened at 6:33 or whatever the time was after the body was found.
Of course, we had dueling experts on that. I mean, it did get sort of exhaustive of Celebrate and all of these organizations coming in to say, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He sucks. You don't know that the phone didn't go in the house. And you don't know that search didn't happen at 2:27. That's false. You're wrong.
It did. No, it didn't. So I think people still not everyone's clear that definitely happened, let's say at 6 versus 2 or whatever.
People are still debating it, and people are going to see this and say that I'm wrong and I forgot about this. And what about this guy? But
Well, you did it on purpose then, just so people would tell you you're wrong.
Because you are wrong.
You're wrong. Sorry, sir.
The best evidence that we have is that it did not happen.
Oh, yeah. He said evidence. And then he used best as a, like, the best evidence. We're still waiting on the best evidence. They fucked that all up there, buddy.
We know he wasn't hit by a
2:27
car.
a.m. That's the best evidence that was entered
No, he was not.
in during the trial. And I think that's pretty clear at this point. And, the best evidence we have is that John O'Keefe's phone did not go in the house. Now, these folks that want to debate, he was not hit by a car. Well, that's what you're going on the best evidence we have, that there was no medical expert testified that John was struck by a vehicle.
Mhm.
The prosecution dropped the ball there. They should have gone further with that. And they didn't. They didn't have one
They
expert
couldn't
saying that
because he wasn't.
maybe he was hit by, it's possible, but the injuries don't really match a common car.
Hard to make that connection when it didn't happen. While this guy's talking, I feel like this.
I'm excited for Turtleboy to get hold of him, though.
Yeah.
Mike
Okay.
Ryford. Mike Ryford.
That's Crosquatch. Crosquatch hiding in the tree.
Accident, but this could have happened or that could have happened. They didn't explain it enough, and that was game set match. That was the reasonable doubt.
How would you paint John O'Keefe? I'd love to hear just how the O'Keefe family described him outside of his relationship with Karen.
Hi, Marilyn.
Everyone called him the Funkle, the fun uncle, and that's who he was. He was a good time single guy that liked to have fun and go out. When COVID hit, he couldn't do that anymore. There was no partying during COVID, so he met Karen and started dating her, and he built this relationship with her. Re-met her. They had dated many years ago, and I tell that story in the book as well. But he was just your classic single Boston guy that liked to have a good time, worked hard, loved his job, did a good job. There was no one that had any bad things to say about him. There was no old girlfriends that came forward and were like, John did me dirty, or he was a jerk, or he was really mean to me, or whatever. Nothing like that. The worst thing anyone said about the guy was that maybe he partied a little too much sometimes, but that's not.
There was a story about his brother's wedding that was in your book.
Yeah, that was one. He was talking about how he did not believe in the sanctity of marriage,
right?
And that's an interesting.
I hate his breathing.
Paul's wife wasn't too happy with that, but he was also, that's who he was. He was just a single guy, and he was, I think he was kind of giving his brother the business by doing that, maybe a little too much, and maybe a little too much liquid courage. But by all accounts, and he became a really good dad figure to his niece and his nephew, who he became their guardian after their parents died within 6 months of each other, raised them from the time they were little kids until he passed away. So there's a huge void in that family now that he's gone, especially with the niece and nephew. They've lost not only their parents, but the person that stepped in to take care of them after their parents died.
Did you get to speak to them, or I know
they didn't want to? No, they didn't want to. The niece testified, so
right.
A lot of her comments and thoughts are out there, and but I wanted to respect their privacy.
Hey, Lauren,
really go on the record, so that's fine.
Of course, no, that's so. These kids have been through so much that I didn't want to
re-traumatize anyone.
Oh, we got an Arkansas Bosty raid.
Nice.
Appreciate it, AB. Let's see.
Hopefully he's not watching us.
Who?
And he's gonna be like, this author dude. And then he's gonna be like, maybe I should go do this interview.
No, nobody watches this fucking show. He's good.
That's true.
He's good. You're fine. Do your thing. This is when Jimmy finds out who this guy is from watching Cryford. Here we go.
Hang out with anyone. Hang out with my cats.
Jesus, is there anywhere you can get this much content? I mean, you can't watch this much different stuff somewhere else. You can't do it. Maybe on not even on.
And we're not even funny either.
No, we're not trying to be. I'm trying to take a fucking nap. The more videos I have of, the more I have to pay attention. You know what I mean?
I hear ya. Look at my kitties. They're so cute.
Hold on, I'm gonna piss off J7. Where are you at? What's up, Valhalla? What's up? Where's Arkansas Bestie at? I don't see her.
Maybe she's getting something to eat after her show.
Oh, she hasn't arrived yet.
Clara,
people in here.
you're nobody, bro. You are the conspiracy theorist. Look who you hang out with.
Yeah, and he's
Your entire
behind
chat.
a lot of these troll accounts. We know that. We know your little games you play. But so I was thinking, Mike, So
Dave Wedge isn't going on his show later this month.
yeah.
This is the #1 book in the country right now on Karen Reed. He's coming on my show. He's never going to go on your show, Jimmy.
Did he do that? Wait, did he do that? Did he go on Mike's show?
I don't know if he did. I think it was scheduled.
Chat.
I don't know what
can you
fucking
tell me
day.
What happened there? What happened? Okay, so Mike has an interview scheduled. I think that Turtleboy should maybe give him some advice tonight.
He's definitely going to want to go on there after tonight for
Be
sure.
like, don't do it.
Yeah, let me just play him this clip.
This fuck. White cryfish.
That's where you're going.
Who? Hold. Who? Dave Wedge. Okay. Dave Wedge. Oh no, I spelled it wrong. Dave Wedge. Author. Okay. New York Times bestseller. Okay.
Nope, I'm not in the book.
Cheryl's in the book.
The ice. Oh, he has a book. Ice Bucket Challenge. Pete Freights. Last Days of John. Okay, so who? I don't.
Thank you.
So he's going on
Thank
your
you,
show.
Laura. Thank you so much.
And he'll never go. He'll never
So
go
fun.
on mine. Pete Wedge. Okay. Well, you know what? But Pete Wentz. What's his name? Pete Wentz. You'll never have Pretty Cookie Jamie James write you an intro song.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Your intros are going to suck.
It's a really good intro song too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I didn't want to say it. You made me say it. I didn't want to go there. You made me go there. You made me go there. You made me go there. I didn't want to go there. All right. Pete Wentz wrote a book. Let me look.
Pete Wentz.
What else did he write?
Nothing.
Boston Strong.
Pete Wentz wrote nothing.
And that's why it's also, I'm very proud of the book and I'm glad it's out. I think it was important for me to write it the way I did and kind of cut through the noise and just here's what happened and make up your own mind. That's kind of what I wanted to do.
How did you cut through the noise of the social media aspect? Because we
God.
all know there's
We need Emily.
out there who really churred up a storm and then everyone kind of came out of the woodwork.
Well, I think the other big message of this case, in addition to, we don't really have closure, we don't have a final answer, and here's who John O'Keefe was, is it's a referendum on the social media impact on the court system in Massachusetts. And I think we've now crossed a threshold
Hi,
where
Betty.
Jackson and David Yannetti and Turtleboy have really created a blueprint now where public sentiment driven through social media and grassroots advocacy can change the outcome of a case or impacted it at least. Now, that's not me saying Karen Reed got away with it. I'm not making a judgment here, but certainly the work that he did as a journalist / advocate impacted what happened in the courtroom, and it changed the trajectory of the case. And Alan Jackson and David Yannetti brought a lot of that into evidence in the case. And now you had people that through,
Is it just me? His breathing is really annoying.
I've never seen.
Well, I do have it sped up.
I know, but still, he like breathes before everything he says, and it's really annoying me.
He relies on oxygen to live.
I know, but you don't have to like let everyone know that you're using it. Like you can do it quietly.
Breathe quietly, Mr. Wedge.
I've seen that before.
I push back on the title journalist for him only because he doesn't play by the same set of rules.
He
as
does
the rest
not.
of us.
I addressed that in the book. And
Whoa.
a lot of people ask me about that, and I have to be honest.
Hater. Don't be a hater.
I push back on the title journalist for him only because he doesn't play by the same set of rules.
He
as
does
the
What
rest
do
of
you
us.
care?
What do you mean he doesn't play by the same set of rules? Don't you ask people questions?
Just because you are too scared to question people who don't want to be questioned.
Yeah, go back and look at some old Walter Cronkite shit. See if maybe that you don't like that either. So they got to come to your studio And that's where an interview takes
And
place.
I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Appreciate it, Sparkly.
I addressed that in the book, and I've a lot of people ask me about that, and I have to be honest. I think he has great journalistic instincts, and he's a good muckraker. He's good at finding information, but he does not play by the rules that I played by at the Herald and that you play by here at NBC 10.
Yes.
The things that he wrote, I could never have written in the Boston Herald. Now, Turtleboy would have been a good Boston Herald reporter at some point in his career if he went, 20 years ago, and if he had a good editor, he might have been. But the things that he wrote on that blog and has written about since are just things that wouldn't get into mainstream media. And that's why Alan Jackson and David Iannetti worked so closely with him and Karen Reed, because they knew that he could say things that the mainstream media could not.
No, and it brought
Oh, what could he say that the mainstream media couldn't?
Well, I think he's telling us everything.
Nothing.
No, yeah.
You know why they couldn't
There's
tell us
rules
anything?
you have to abide by.
You know why they couldn't tell you anything? Because they didn't know shit.
No, and they didn't investigate because they didn't want to get in trouble.
They didn't ruffle the feathers and lift up all the sticks. That's a dumb thing to say.
The rules are stupid.
out. I mean,
Yeah, dumb thing to say.
it brought out more information and uncovered certain things. It was just, it's, not how journalistically we do it, but I wonder how it would have been when you go back. You mentioned O.J. Simpson case.
Well, you're doing it
That
wrong.
was the
then.
first time the televised version of the case. Now this is sort of like our version, wouldn't you say, with the social media and what it can do, because the O.J. Simpson case just took off a life of its own. There were cable channels that started just because of the O.J. Simpson case. And same thing with social media now. I don't know how we harness that, though.
Well, we've seen, these so-called, they call them law tubers now. There's a name
Well,
for them.
Scott.
YouTubers that are lawyers or wannabe or armchair lawyers. They're calling them law tubers, and these, true crime influencers. Some of them have built careers on this case, and much like there was networks that started after OJ, you've now got these law tubers and true crime influencers that now have huge platforms, and a lot of it was built on the Karen Reed case, and now they've pivoted to the Lindsay Clancy case and Nancy Guthrie, and they're talking about all these other big cases that are going on around the country. And they built a brand, though, by harnessing that social media energy from the Karen Reed case. Where it goes, I don't know, but I think the courts have a problem here, because if you're now going to have what happens in the courtroom impacted by what's happening on social media, that's a tough one. In the old days, they would, when a juror came in, they'd say, "Hey, did you read the newspaper? Did you watch the 6 o'clock news? No? Okay, you're good. You can go on the jury." Anyone that has a phone now, whether you follow Turtleboy or one of these law tubers or whoever, it doesn't matter. Your friends are sending memes. You go on Facebook, you're going to see a post. You're not sure if it's real or not. Like I said, I think we've crossed the threshold.
Well, that's the key. You don't know if it's real or not. I mean, that's what's putting it into a tailspin. And we're not all taking the time to really dig down to see what in our feed is real and what's not.
Well, there's a lot of things about this case that people read on a meme or they heard.
Oh my God. Does this motherfucker not know that we watched every second of the trial, both trials, hearings, pre-trials, 10 times with 40 creators?
Yeah, and then the recaps and going back to it to rewatch, like.
And then we've rewatched for fun.
Yeah.
For like entertainment. Come on, man. You may have run across one or two people that got their info from a meme, but if that's the only people you came across, you needed to keep investigating, Mr. Journalism.
There's a lot of us.
On Turtleboy's broadcast, they heard on Microdots in his video, or one of these other people they've seen,
Shout out,
and both sides has it, by the way, and they've seen
What?
something.
You just said Microdots.
Oh, I thought Microdots was here.
He hasn't been here since the very beginning.
I know.
But I think
I know. I was hoping he'd just chat.
Sorry.
Just
I didn't
chat
mean to
one
make
day.
you sad. Don't cry.
Now I'm silent. Now you found a way to make me cry now, Mary B.
They think it's gospel. They never looked at it. They never looked deeper to see if it's really true. There's some things that have been widely reported and attributed to evidence in this case, and they're just not true.
What would be an example of that?
Like
that,
what?
that they sold the house. I mean, they sold the house, but it was not almost 10 months later. It was, they renovated the basement like 9 months later. Like when you follow the narrative of the people that
it's true.
I think there's a conspiracy.
Espousing this conspiracy vehemently, you'll think that they ripped up the basement the next morning and got rid of the rugs and they washed it with bleach and then they sold the house and they got rid of the dog and everyone got out of town and we're guilty, so we got to leave. Like, that's not what happened. They did all that months after this happened. So the cops had 9 months to.
Yeah, while
So
nobody
nobody
was investigating.
He's like, that didn't happen. It happened like months later. So it did happen then.
Right. They didn't have to be in a hurry because nobody was investigating them.
Exactly.
Nobody came to
There
check
was all
and
the
see
tail
if
light planted.
yeah,
Sir,
nobody
they
was
planted
checking.
tail light.
He doesn't know about
Officer
that.
Barrows got on the stand and he said that it was not broken like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you talking about?
But that wouldn't sell as many books. You know what I mean? So you got to find.
I think it would.
I don't know. It probably would. If you could have saw what happened to John O'Keefe, we'd all be appreciative.
Well, I mean, I think we've got a lot figured out. Like, we just really need the officials to look into some things some more. But for the most part, we've got this figured out. This guy does not.
Back to Jimmy figuring out who this guy is. Here we go.
And people are going to be reading this book and like, oh, this is what happened.
It's not what happened. Just another book.
Okay, so this is okay. So this is this guy. Is he okay? I don't know. I don't want to like say anything off color, but it sounds like he loves tragedy, right? Like New England tragedy, which is cool. Okay. Let me see this book.
Yeah, you know he's pissed. You know he's pissst.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till he starts bitching about it. It's gonna be so fun to watch.
The little boy.
Mike Cryford.
How was the little boy's channel?
You think he's gonna recap it?
Oh,
Right.
definitely.
So
Pete
much
Wentz.
content coming.
It's a true crime book by investigative journalist Dave Wedge. He seems like an author. How a single hit and run accusation against Karen Reed spiraled into a national media sensation. I don't know. I didn't know he was into it. I don't know. Is this new? I don't know. Is he new? Is he new? I don't know. I don't know. Nothing against Pete Wentz, but
it could never hurt Dave Wedge's feelings talking about Pete Wentz like that.
Pete Wentz probably would have written a better book.
I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna to be honest, kind of gives me like the same vibes as like what was his name? MC Michael Phelps or PH Phelps.
Yep. Exact same vibes.
What was that guy's name? You know who I'm talking about.
And M. Michael Phelps, J. Michael Phelps.
Oh God. Yeah. I've been waiting on like an update on him, but we haven't gotten it.
Yeah, I think he's just not.
M. William Phelps. Thank you, Emily.
Good.
Yes, thank you.
M. William Phelps. That's it.
Yeah, you know, I remember I called him M. Night Shitbag for a long time. It types in my
Michael
iPad.
Phelps. Michael Phelps is a fucking swimmer.
Yeah. All I got to do is hit the M, and M. Night Shitbag pops up. It is.
Our names are always better, anyway.
I didn't know Phelps was like into true crime and stuff, though. Pretty cool.
What, the swimmer?
Kind of reminds me of that.
Yeah, you better not let JFK know that. Swim God. You may not like that.
I think his book is at least have to be better than Plevin's.
It's probably less informed. Plevin's lying about things to keep stuff.
Like he knows,
out.
he just lies.
Yeah, right. This guy just doesn't know. You know what I mean? He really doesn't care to know.
Just at first glance, I don't know. I didn't look at anything else. I don't know. That's all I know. Emily,
Yo, what up, Kazi?
Hey, Kasi.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Are you at the beach? Oh no, that's a background. I didn't know if you had a little studio set up at the beach, like with.
I'm at the studio at the beach. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
20 grand a month for that studio?
Yeah, I have to grease their palms, but you know, it's worth it.
Yep. A few lobster. Just catch a few lobster.
Yep.
All right, so we're trying to figure out who Jimmy's fucking me up. I don't want to say the guy's name wrong.
Pete Wentz.
Is this
fucking Dave Wedge? It's Dave Wedge.
Dave Wedge, right?
Yeah.
I don't like him. I don't like how he breathes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mary B, you're gonna be in the book? Huh? Are you gonna be in the book?
I hope
How about
not.
how about your chat rat Danny there? Is he gonna be in the book?
Uh-uh.
That's what I thought.
Not even
I'm afraid he's gonna watch this and then he's not gonna go on Turtleboy because we're being mean.
He might.
I don't know.
He might. I don't know. Let's get a little bit of Wedge in.
Someone in their basement is going to wait 9 months to clean it up. But here we are.
Right. But again, if you don't look for the details to it and you just see the headline, what was the thing that most surprised you as you were writing this book?
That's a good question. I mean, you know, I guess this social media phenomenon really has been shocking to me, you know, that that so many people could just get involved in a movement like this that could really move the needle on a case, you know. So that was one thing. And then I think, you know, just digging into the tragedy of what happened is always a compelling journey for me as an author, you know, and you know, really feeling what the O'Keefe family has lost here and everyone that loves John O'Keefe, Boston Police.
Oh, Lisa is at the meet and greet.
Oh, yay.
Bye.
I'm so glad we're being represented.
I'm gonna put Emily C's face up here really big.
Did Kane show up?
I don't know. There's Lisa and Bob Mata.
Oh, yay.
Nice. That's a good pick. Oh, Lisa and our new friend Rebecca. They're having a good time. More Emily C. Yeah.
That's awesome.
The meet and greet is a success.
A lot of guys love the guy, you know, and you know, and I think Turtleboy, you know, love him or hate him, if you're a fan or you're not, he drove the narrative here, and that was an interesting storyline to follow as well. So there's a lot of storylines in this book that I tried to walk the tightrope and weave together, you know.
Well, you cite, I mean, when you're quoting and when you're taking things from court, the back of the book has all the places where you found things, so people can even double check your work. But big announcement that Dave, you said when you walked in, it just reached the New York Times bestseller list.
It did, yes.
Congratulations!
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, it's a big achievement these days, and you know, it's a testament really to what we're talking about. The people are just riveted by this case, and they can't get enough of it. But I'm proud, you know, to have written a book that has gotten such a wide audience. You know, that's why I do what I do. I want people to read my work. So
well, they certainly are. How long did it take you?
Well, like we said at the beginning, I kind of off and on 3 years or so, but I really buckled down in the last year from the trial until I finished it in the fall, and then it went through the editing process and it came out.
So he did it in like 5 seconds. Like, yeah, I just threw some words down, gave it.
Not quite as big as Plevin's book, though. I mean, Plevin's was a phenomena, as a one-off.
Yeah.
You know?
The fuck is? The mustache.
Who is it?
It's Turtleboy. Right?
Is it?
Yes.
Hold on.
Right?
Oh yeah, okay, I get you now. He's riding a dinosaur.
It's back in the day.
It's back in the day.
Way back in the day, but still. Yeah, somebody sent me that. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Did you see the
Somebody sends me stuff every once in a while too.
Anyone got a what do you call it? Court papers yet? Cease and desists? No?
Kazi, did you see this? Sasquatch sighting?
No.
It's a low squatch.
Ah, in the wild, in their natural habitat. Oh, okay. I got you.
Then, check this out.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
This fuck. White cryfish.
It's like the hold on. It's like the
There's your boy LCL. Look at him.
That looks like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it does.
What is that old Bigfoot film, the Patterson Gimlin film?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
It's supposed to be similar.
Reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
It does look very similar.
Yeah.
I wonder if they
Mhm.
live in the same place.
I think they do.
Yeah, they may.
July. So it takes a long time to get a book out. I don't know if people know that, but it takes 6 months from the time it's done to go through the editing, packaging, marketing, all that. It's a lot.
Is it like your baby once it goes out? Like
Yeah, it's been crazy.
It's a great feeling when it arrives and you open that box and you have a case, and that feeling doesn't get old. It's my 8th book, and all nonfiction. But yeah, it's exciting, and I just want people to. I kind of want people to read it so they can separate the fact from the fiction and get
And also, oh god, this is funny.
I just want people to read it because then I get money.
Yeah. Also, I took Turtleboy's thumbnail and updated the picture.
Jesus.
Oh my god. Why is he bald? Like, why? What is wrong with your robot?
And that's how JFK or LTO got him after he did the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's a real picture.
It's a real picture right there, people.
Propaganda.
I'm sorry. Back to this.
up their own mind.
Well, what's telling about this is that there were 2 trials, and that we just talked about. It was so widely publicized, and there was so much press on it, and so many people still want to read the book. It hasn't exhausted itself.
Well, I think it's 2 things. I think it's one, everyone that inhaled every moment of the case, they just want to see another take. They want to see if there's something they missed, or they want to see what someone else.
No, we don't care what you said.
If what I think happened, and that, again, it's not my goal with the book, but bigger than that, the people that I think really are having a great reaction to the book are the people that knew nothing about the case, and they're just fascinated that this happened. They're fascinated with the culture and
they'll buy your bullshit.
Politics and the brotherhood of the police and the
There's some
questionable
history in there too of the
lot of
different
history.
towns.
Kazi, did you see my thumbnail today? It's fucking.
I don't know if I did it. I did, but I didn't examine it. I wasn't like, oh, look at that.
I almost went with this one.
Fight.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of different choices for
Yeah.
Yes,
And they're great. They're all great.
They're all great.
There's a flavor to what surrounded the people who were in this.
Yeah, and at the end of
Yeah, like this one. You would have liked this one. Check it out. Like Voltron.
I love my uniform.
This is Voltron.
Why is okay? Turtleboy has the JFK glasses on with the super bald head. Like, what is this theme going on here? Like,
Have you not looked at my page and my thumbnails lately?
is that supposed to be a Randall TB tuberculosis mix?
Hide
or something?
it. Hide your
Yeah,
Discord. What is wrong with you?
Oh shit. That's what I use to
Oh no, Danny just doxed himself.
oh,
Like
there's
J7 did with her credit card the other night.
there's nothing to dox. And then there's this one. Autobots.
I like it.
Look at your cool staff.
Look at Kazi. Got the turtle staff.
Gotta have a turtle staff when you're my age, man.
Yeah, you really do. You really do.
it's a towny story. You're from Massachusetts, and I am too.
Yes.
Like, we all know people like Karen Reed or the Alberts or the we all know.
What's it say, Danny Man?
Small town that everyone looks at and is like, oh, they're cool.
Danny
Or
May.
Danny Man.
Yeah, that's a recurring character.
kind of run
And
things
they've
in
also been
town.
around for generations.
Yeah, one
All right, now we're gonna figure out who this dude is. What time is? Oh yeah, we got
brother's a selectman, 2
He's
of them are
Dave
police
Wedge.
officers, and we
Dave
all know those kind
Wedge.
of people, and they've been around town forever. And you're like, oh, when things happen in the town, you have to get their approval. Sort of. That's, even though it's not formal, people know that. So that this story has that element, and that's what's fueled the conspiracy too. It's like, oh, of course they did it. They run the town, and it's like, okay, you and I know from working in politics and news forever, it's really hard to run anything.
Right. Right.
I don't have much confidence in the government running much. Never mind a murder conspiracy, but. There's a lot of questions still unanswered in this case, and I think that's what's driving the interest.
It's interesting to me that
you're my age or a little older, cause you'll get this one.
What is that? Don't. I hate that one.
Wow. Oh yeah, it's the A
Come on.
team.
The A team, yes.
That's Mr. T.
It's supposed to be Ray from Dallas, but it went a little too Mr. T.
But he's just a little bit more like Mr. T.
He does. He does.
75 gold chain.
Hey, Mr. T, you got your gold chain?
Got your gold chain?
You got your turtleneck?
You got your gold chain, man. You got your gold chain.
this is just would you agree it's a fact-based book? You did not put your opinions in there that I read.
No, I tried not to. I mean, I don't look. I've had opinions on cases before, and they've been wrong. I honestly, I don't know what happened out there. I wasn't out there. I wasn't there that night. I know what happened in court, and I know what the evidence showed. And I do think, it's a fact-based journey of and a narrative of what happened. And I think people need to make up their own mind. I think through the civil process, we'll probably get some more answers. And I think this case will be going on for a long time. So I may add some chapters later on, and re-release it when there's a civil, some civil findings.
Of course you will, because you can make more money off of it.
When you have to double back on the shit you're on about.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, dude. A few more chapters and 387 corrections.
And brings back they didn't like just up and move away and rip up their carpet and floor. They did that months later.
What up, Ray from Dallas? Good to see you, buddy. I'm gonna put a link out here and let Ray come up if he wants to. Not for any of you
Ray's
other
in the building.
Fucking weirdos. Don't take the link if you're a weirdo.
I've done that before with other books, where we've added a chapter or two after, different things have happened.
As you're doing your book tour, what is the feedback that you're getting? I know because you're doing a book tour nationally. It's outside Boston.
Yeah, it's busy. I was in New York last week, and, the questions are a lot very similar everywhere I go. It's people want to know, what's the conspiracy? They just, a lot of people don't understand what the conspiracy even is. They want to know, well, did the cops kill him? Like, did these guys kill him in the house? And so I have to explain what the defense claimed happened. So that's one. And I'm off to LA in a couple of weeks. And around here, though, I did an event at a great bookstore in Chestnut Hill called Hummingbird the other night, and it was sold out. 100 people, and mostly women, and women are the true crime buffs. And I got the sense a lot of them were from the
no vaginas were harmed at that book signing.
Everybody was safe.
Everybody's safe.
Nobody needed a plan B after that book signing.
I need a plan A. This is the one I went with, though, Colin. He-Man.
Oh yeah, love that.
He's writing
again with the okay.
What does that say? Slucky?
I can't stop using the Turtleboy face.
You know what I liked? Somebody was making and it wasn't the Muppet guy. It was like Baker was the dad on X, and he was like walking like a tiny turtle boy down the street.
I really want. I wanted a J7 in there.
He was pushing him on the swing set and shit. I was like, that's the cutest little picture of like a fake man and son relationship I've ever seen in my life. It was so funny.
So creative. They're so creative over there.
Speaking of that, what you got, Mary B?
What
you smoking on?
Blue Dream.
Oh, that was pretty kooky that did that? It figures.
Daily Grapes. That's what I got.
Nice.
All right, back to this guy. We're almost done with this. We can get on to Billy Bush.
Pre-Karen Reed movement sort of thing, and they grilled me. And, but I just answer factually in the way I can. I don't have all the answers. I'm not a lawyer, but I think I have a good understanding of what happened here and what was factual and what's been misportrayed.
Well, when you say they grilled you, what is it that what were they trying to elicit?
They want to show me things that maybe I missed or misunderstood. Okay. And that's fine. I may have. There may be things in the book that maybe I didn't understand correctly, or maybe there's not a development sense that I didn't see through the civil process.
We're in the book.
There's a whole bunch of shit you didn't see because you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
there's so much information here with this story. But the big things are like, they want to know what happened to the dog. Where's Chloe the dog? They debate the expert testimony, and no, Ian Whiffen was wrong. This one was right, and so there's a lot of disagreement over the expert testimony, which is what I said at the beginning here. The judge, I think, could have tied up some of those loose ends maybe a little better. Again, I'm not a judge, so I don't know, but I have covered hundreds of murders in my career and endless courtroom hearings and proceedings and trials, and I haven't really seen major burning questions left unanswered. So many, there was so many in this case.
So
how do you feel about Trooper Paul?
Done it?
Yeah.
What do you say is is some of those unanswered questions that people are still asking over and over?
The Google search, the dog, where the dog happened, the medical testimony over the dog bites. Like, for example, the defense put a dog bite expert on the stand and said those are dog bites. The prosecution didn't have a medical expert to refute that. They didn't have someone that came out and said, no, actually they're friction burns, and that happens in car accidents, and here's an example of that from another one.
Burns.
Now,
What? Friction burns. We call them road rash, strawberries.
People try to say, I'm like,
It's not a game of eraser burn.
This is not.
That is nothing like a friction.
It's not even close to a
I
fucking
can't even. Someone said that to me once, and I'm like, I need to leave this room because you're an
a
idiot.
friction burn.
That is not a road rash.
Wow.
That is a dog bite.
Yikes.
You're stupid.
Dum-dum.
I don't know if that might not have been allowed into evidence, and maybe the prosecution tried to do that and the judge blocked them, but I think that left unanswered questions in the jury's mind.
Well, and as we covered it, I did it from the position of a juror. I didn't listen or watch anything that was outside the courthouse because that's what they had to do.
Right.
So you can only do with the information that's given to you.
That's right.
Does this head to the big screen after this? Because that would not be a first for you.
No. My first book was Boston Strong, which became the movie Patriots Day with Mark Wahlberg, and then we have a current
so he's responsible
story in
for that
production now with
bullshit?
Ben Affleck. We're doing.
Okay. So he is the reason for Patriots Day, that movie. That's bad. And he's going to be, and I think what he's about to say is he's working on a movie with Ben Affleck on this. And I heard that Affleck is supposed to be playing Jackson.
Damn. Do it for Johnny. Do it for Johnny.
It's called Hunting Whitey Bulger. That's a temporary working title, but it's a 3-part docuseries that will air on Hulu next year. We're in production now. Ben Affleck is co-producing with me and my co-author Casey Sherman, and Ben's going to narrate it. So that's super cool. And that one's really cool to be a part of. We're filming here in Boston currently, so that's cool. This one, there's been a lot of film stuff already on this. Matt Damon announced the other day that he's working on something. Elizabeth Banks has something going on, a series. She's from North Adams, Massachusetts girl. There was already a TV movie, and there's been a couple of documentaries. There's a Netflix documentary, so it's a crowded space. We'll see. I mean, the O'Keefe story still hasn't been told, so maybe there's a lane there with this book that someone might want to explore that. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely, my phone's ringing. I'm taking meetings, so we'll see where it goes.
You are our local true crime guy, and it must. What is it like? I mean, you grew up in Brockton, and here you are.
Well, that means I know a lot about crime.
We love Brockton.
No, I love Brockton. Look, I
some of my best friends, by the way, grew up
absolutely.
with you.
One of your best friends is one of my best friends.
Right.
So, I'm very proud of where I grew up and how I grew up. I think growing up the way I did in Brockton gave me a good baseline for this kind of work, because I understand, my dad used to tell me, you got to be able to deal with the janitor to the CEO. And that's how I've always operated my life is, I want to be able to talk to the judge, but I also want to be talk to the defendant,
Right.
I want to be able to relate to them and understand them. So that's what I try to do, so I love the work I do. I loved my time at the Boston Herald. I was there for 14 years, but I love this chapter of my life with writing books, and especially that people trust me with their stories to be able to get it out, especially a story that's so toxic and so polarizing. Not an easy one to write, and probably the hardest one I've written in my career.
Really?
I think so.
Because of trying to keep it balanced, or the top?
Trying to sift through the information and misinformation and understand everything, because as you know from covering the courts for years too, JC,
Right.
What is reported in the courtroom and what comes out of it and what you hear and see isn't always exactly what happened. Like sometimes someone will be made to look like they perjured themselves. I've even been through it myself with different things in the courtroom over the years. And, sometimes the legal barriers prohibit you from answering the question the right way, or maybe you don't understand the question. My point is that appearance isn't always reality. And as a journalist, I try to sift through that and break through that. And there's a lot of that in this case. There's a lot of things that were said as fact that weren't exactly how they were portrayed.
So you would say this was the hardest? I think emotionally, I have to imagine Boston Strong was.
That was it. Well, emotionally, yeah, that was a tough book to write because, you know, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to write that book, and I really didn't want to write this book.
Really?
You know, no, I wasn't excited to write either one of them. I felt a bit of a responsibility to write both. You know, because
where did Ray go? He left that fast. I dropped him the link. He's already
doing a quick
doing a fucking drive-by. A fucking drive-by. Well, if he comes back, I'll drop him another one. Somebody text him. Kazi probably got him on the horn.
I actually don't have his number.
Well, fuck. Okay, then.
Especially the marathon book, because I was in the middle of it, covering it for the Herald. Casey and I had known each other for a long time, and we were both thinking about it. I had been approached to possibly do a book about it, and Casey and I decided to team up and do it together because it was such a big story. But I always say, you know, it was an incredible experience doing Patriots Day and working with Mark Wahlberg and Pete Berg, the director. But like, I wish I wrote Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. You know, I didn't set out in my life to write a story about a little kid who got killed in a bombing. Yeah. And so it was very hard, but I'm very proud of it. You know, it's what I do, and I think it's, you know, part of why I became a journalist, is to tell these stories. Similar feeling with this one. You know, I felt like
there he is. I'll drop the link for you again, right? Go ahead. You can come hang out with us.
He's in the building, everybody.
He's here. He's here.
There had been a lot done and said about the case. I wasn't sure if I really had a place, but when I started digging into it and looking at it, I said, you know what, there's a lane here, and I need to get John O'Keefe's story.
I love how you say, and I follow the same philosophy. It's a gift that people give you when they trust you with their story, that you're going to tell it fairly and honestly. And I mean, they're handing you
what's up, Jody?
Personal, delicate, intimate information when you do this. I know a lot of this came from the courts, but in general, especially with Boston Strong, you know, people are handing this to you and saying, please take care of it.
It's incredibly challenging. It's emotional. It's hard not to get emotional about it, but you know, we're like EMTs or cops. You got to put your game face on, and you know, whatever, you deal with it later. But you know, it's hard because with this case, you know, yes, there's people trusting me to get it right and tell their story, but there's another side of the story.
Right.
And they're not happy about it, either side. Karen Reed is not happy about the other side story, and the O'Keefe family is not happy about the defense's story, and all the misinformation that's being thrown around, and all the, you know, legal chaos that's going on with the different lawsuits. So it's impossible for everyone to be like, yeah, that's awesome, you did a great job.
Yeah, you're about 5 minutes behind, right? It's not supposed to be Mr.
Or maybe
Steve.
you just can't get over it, because I also can't.
It's the best I could do.
You know, but I think the readers will have the final say, and they are.
They already have.
Yeah, they
I
are.
mean, you're number 12 on the New York Times bestseller list. It just tells you people want to read the story, but more so, Dave, they trust you to tell the story, because as you pointed out, there's a lot out there about the Karen Reed. You don't need to go buy a book to talk about Karen Reed, but people are trusting and going to you because you've become our trusted writer and reflector on some of the major stories that have happened around here.
That's nice. I think I need to have you give a testimonial to me at my next when I retire. But no, that's great to hear, JC. It's why I do what I do, and I do think, you know, I don't like to pat myself on the back, but I do think I've earned the right to be listened to with these stories and trusted with these stories. I have credibility. I've done this for 30 years. I've done some really tough stories. You know, I was at 9/11. Like, I chased around Whitey Bulger.
No wonder why it's going on, Mike.
And I wrote the stories when he got.
Yeah, there's your connection right there.
There you go. Done a lot of industry. I was a wrestling champ. I was a financial analyst.
Has he been in the cannabis industry, or?
Everything I do, I win. I got a great life. You know.
He freed weed.
Oldest girlfriend.
I got weed awards.
His girlfriend lived through the Depression.
Yeah, I mean,
she's learned to make a hell of a loaf of bread. You know,
despite the potato famine, she pulled through.
All the low protein years.
Yeah. If you guys, you know, if you remember when the Black Plague came going through Europe, I mean, it didn't even faze her.
There was so much like hunting you could have done in that time period to not starve. Like, there's just so much you could have done.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she
we didn't say she was that smart.
No, she made it through the witch trials. I mean, you know, I mean, a lot of adversity she made it through. Thank you.
Yeah. Quite the lady.
Mike Rivet.
She was in line to cast the first vote for women too. Big ordeal. See, she's done a lot of big stuff, Kazi, and he's done a ton of big stuff. Did you know that he interviewed Afro Man?
Yeah, I do actually. It happened to be the day after when he was the most popular man on the planet. And I'm like, oh my God, Mike's going to be famous for this. And then I went in there and he had 350 live viewers.
And didn't even smoke with the guy.
No, and then he said, hey, I like that song you did from Yankee Doodle Dandy. And Afro Man's like, whatever. He just glossed over it. You know what I mean?
Whatever, man.
And Afro Man's sitting there like, this fucking piece of shit. I give him the first interview.
He would talk about himself for 20 minutes. He'd be like,
Billy Bush is outraged over it.
Billy Bush's hair is my spirit animal. Love it. It was a lot taller. Like he got a little bit cut off of it, like 7 inches.
You know, he's trying to keep it more professional.
So, anyways, Billy interviewed the same guy. So let's see what the guy did on Billy Bush's show.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Influence on the justice system, old school Boston Irish Catholic police family, a stench that still remains. Who did this? A blizzard of lies. The just released book by true crime author, former investigative reporter for the Boston Herald, Dave Wedge. The book centers on the unresolved central question of the case. Did Karen Reed strike John O'Keefe with her Lexus SUV, or was he beaten inside the Kenton police officer's house, attacked by a dog, dragged out into the snow, a question that has never been answered despite 2 trials?
I can't.
Dave Wedge is with us right now. Your book, Blizzard of Lies, is less a book about whodunit and more a look at the rot, the stench around the case, the corruption in police enforcement, Dave. The relationship also.
Whoa! What did he get on a different diet or something? What the?
I don't know. How close together were these? And I can't pay attention.
2 weeks.
What the fuck is the background?
2 weeks. This is him 2 weeks before. And this is him. What?
I think it's just lighting.
Billy guy. I mean, well, that's his house. He needs to get him a little setup because.
Yeah, put a thing on the wall.
What a change! You sure this isn't his little brother or something? It's crazy.
We get a look at between John O'Keefe.
Hi, Brando.
Fascinating stuff. When did you decide to do this book? Because the appetite, I think, is still roaring.
Yeah, I mean, here we are 4 years later, Billy, and we still don't have any answers, and B, the interest in the case has not waned at all. You know, and I've been doing this a long time. I was at the Boston Herald for 14 years. I've written 8 books. This book is my 8th, and pretty much as soon as this happened in 2022, within a few months, I started getting some calls. There was whispers going on in Canton. I live pretty close to Canton, as I said, reporter in Boston. So I started getting calls from colleagues and people that live in the area that
say hi to Brando.
This case, something stinks. And so I started.
Oh, Brando and Fiona.
You say hi.
Too bad BLT's on a boat. He'd be eating this up, dude. It'd be the dating game.
What kind of a boat? Like a canoe?
What do you mean? You don't know?
Okay. He's a sailor, man.
Watch this for a second. I'll show you.
Kind of taking a casual look at it back then, and then in 2023, and then I pivoted away. I did another book about the boxer Marvelous Marvin Hagler, and then when I finished that, I started taking a look at this case again because the trials were coming up, and that's when I decided to really do the book. So I dug in and started writing.
Does it help or hurt, or is it beside the fact that this is in your backyard? Anyone who's lived a minute of life can hear your Boston accent. So when you go to the grocery store, not just as an author, but as a guy, you're hearing women, at the checkout counter like, oh my God, what's going on with Karen?
You have no idea, Billy. You have no idea. I mean, the cocktail party
impression
going on in Greater Boston.
Yeah, it was pretty good, Billy.
Oh my God.
You
Okay, Fiona, relax. Say hi to Brando.
All right, here we go.
I'm right next to Canton. I know a lot of people in the town. It's really taken on a life of its own, and everyone has an opinion, and it hasn't stopped. Like I said, and now with all the civil litigation going on, it's really escalated even. But like you said, growing up here, not only did I work in this field, crime and courts, where I know a ton of lawyers and cops and all that, and they're all telling me stuff. I also know a ton of people that know people involved. I know a lot of police officers that worked with the Alberts. I know a lot of people that knew John O'Keefe. I know people that were friends with Karen Reed and knew Karen Reed. So
Do you have to say Switzerland because of that, or can you provide an opinion as just Dave, of who done it?
Well, Billy shot out of a cannon today, huh?
Yeah, why is he yelling?
Look at the difference in color of the two men on the screen.
What happened?
Check this out right here.
We got past a lot of just stupid shit that we did. And I love that phone call. And I always say this, Mike, when I called you, you picked the phone up right away and you went, we should have done this a long time ago. And that was
I love when you imitate. I love when you and Nan imitate me. I gotta say. Oh, I gotta mention
the
that
worst imitation I've ever heard in my life.
It's a #1 book in the country, basically, called Blizzard of Lives by Dave Wedge. He's a local author from Brockton, Mass. And Turtle is in this book throughout. Karen, it's obviously about Karen. It's about John O'Keefe a lot, though. His family's in it a lot. I like that Dave talked to the family. Yeah. It's kind of a controversial.
The only way you could ever make holding a book up to show people the title confusing was if two people held it up and waved it around all over the fucking
waved it around in a weird way with low resolution.
Yeah, it's like,
while covering their own face so you don't know who's doing it.
Oh my God, and they're twins.
Oh, they're twins.
What are you wearing?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me get in on the fun.
Because people are like,
what's Kazi doing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, the triple B's. The triple B's in the house.
He takes both sides in it. Dave doesn't really take us.
I just want to leave that there for y'all.
Tuna can lip is going to take over, believe me.
Where's tuna? Where's Tennessee tuna? Where's the Tennessee tuna?
Yeah, come on, Will.
The Tennessee tuna.
Anytime, bro.
This fuck.
Mike Crosby. We did it. I wasn't there. I mean, I've had opinions about cases and other times in my career, and I've been wrong or right. And I don't know. In this book, I decided to play Switzerland.
Ray, you get caught up yet? I keep dropping the link in the chat for you. I don't know how long it takes to get caught up, but if you're 5 minutes behind, you should have caught up about 5 minutes ago. There you go again.
Lay it all out and let the readers decide. Choose your own adventure. It's that sort of thing,
It is more about the rot around the case. Mm-hmm. And just by saying, so much doesn't add up in the investigation. You look at a leaf blower used to, blow evidence away from the dead body. Red Solo cups used to collect blood samples. Michael Proctor, the lead investigator from Massachusetts State Police, a trooper who never entered the home of the guy who's dead on the front lawn, never searched. Both Brian Albert and Brian Higgins destroy their cell phones. Jen McCabe's Google search at 2:27 a.m. or his.
Oh, Billy, you're not going to like his answers to this.
Nope. You're
not going to like what he has to say about this.
It wasn't at 2:27, says Pete Wentz.
You're not going to like the way you look, and we guarantee
it. Her lawyers say 6:27 a.m. It was a glitch. I mean, it's just the evidence of what they have going for them versus what they had, that was questionable or seemingly corrupt is overwhelmingly against them. And you lay that out. So, I mean, am I wrong that this is one of the worst investigations done by law enforcement anywhere at any time?
No, you're not wrong. And I think.
Oh, hold on a second. We just got through listening to him on another.
So what does the book actually say?
Hold on, we just got through watching the other one where he said the 227.
Yeah. What does he just change it?
This is only, I think it's only 2 weeks apart. If it's not less than 2 weeks.
Dave, your credibility's taking a wedge.
I think a lot of police officers would agree with you. But the question is, was it done for nefarious purposes or was it just incompetence? The people that were involved.
Both, David, both.
I mean,
so the smart ones did the smart people stuff and the stupid ones did the stupid people stuff.
And also for the sake of the criminal matter, does it really make a difference?
No, it doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Right.
Wrong is wrong, Wedge boy.
The investigation in the DA's office will tell you that. They will say, you know what? They got there. They thought it was a hit and run. It was a blizzard. It's winds whipping, snow's falling. Karen's there crying, saying I hit him, or some version of I hit him, or did I hit him? They see some piece of taillight, and they think it's an open and shut. This is terrible, tragic.
Oh, thank God Billy took his glasses off.
Take those.
Come on, everybody rub your face because this shit is not
a
going to
tail
fly.
light.
This ain't going to fly at 8:30 tonight.
No.
It's not going to be okay.
Not
This
gonna fly.
it's not going to go well. Holy shit. I'm with Billy.
Situation, and let's wrap it up. Let's get the hell out of here. And then they start to do the investigation. By then, it's already, the site's corrupted. The scene is not secured, and it just served up a bevy of vulnerabilities for the case for the defense.
A bevy.
In addition to that, you have all the personal ties between everybody involved. Now, Michael Proctor.
I'm with Billy. Look at him.
Billy, man, I don't know, dude.
Come on,
He's like, oh, hell no.
Come on, Billy. I hope so, Earl. I hope that's what we're about to see, Big Earl.
Wasn't best friends with Brian Albert, but he knew who he was, and there was some family connections. It's a small town, and I think you asked at the top, why is there so much interest, and what's it like in Boston around here? Because everyone that ever lived in a small town knows this type of situation, where you have police officers, politicians that kind of run the town, and everybody knows who they are, and everybody knows each other's business. That's what happened here. These are the people in town that everyone's like, oh, don't mess with them. We know them. They run shit. Chris Albert, Brian Albert's brother, is on the Board of Selectmen. One of the things that red flagged this case for me in the beginning was that Chris Albert served time for killing a guy. And he was on the Board of Selectmen. He was convicted of a hit and run. So when I...
Well, that's true. What's his name? Peter Berger?
Peter Berger. Yeah.
Berger.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
heard that. I was
When
like,
did
R.I.P. Peter Berger.
Chris Albert is the brother of Brian Albert.
Brian
And
Albert.
This is Brian Albert, the owner of the home at 34 Fairview, where John O'Keefe was found dead. So his brother, Chris Albert, a selectman now. Listen, Ted Kennedy, went off
but
the
wasn't convicted, though. That's the difference. This guy was convicted and served time.
How long did Chris Albert serve for
I
the
think it was like 18 months or something, or 12 months. It was a
That's
short
it?
sentence.
6 months.
It was like
Yeah, I've heard you talk about it before. Tell us how long he stayed incarcerated.
6 months.
I like the upward facing light.
Thank you.
Very mysterious.
I'm trying stuff.
It's very Eddie and the Cruisers.
The dark side is nothing is real. That's as far as I'll go.
No, do one more. That's fucking awesome.
All right, I'm done.
I wish I could play that.
Quick before I forget. Regarding yesterday's fundraiser, we still need Elizabeth S. to contact me, maryb923@live.com, and US Lily, contact radhousemedia7@gmail.com, please. Thank you.
Yes. Anybody got any more public service announcements? One more verse, Kazi. One more verse.
On the dark side.
vehicular manslaughter back in the 90s. He was a college student, a kid from Hungary. And so when
Was he drinking?
He wasn't convicted of DUI. So I don't know.
Did they get him right then? That an hour later?
Day.
With what?
No, they got him the next day.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
no, it's very much like
right.
Kennedy.
Right. So
Billy,
what happened here, when people started telling me that, I was like, hold on, you got a guy here that's the brother of the cop where the house was, and he's now a selectman and he's a convicted felon. I was like, that alone is worth exploring. And that doesn't mean that they killed John O'Keefe, but it definitely means there's a stink around the case, to your point. And there was a stink around this case, and it exists. It continues. There's a lot of people that were involved that did not cover themselves in glory, to say the least.
Anyone, Dave, who followed this case, and has half a brain, is stuck with, how does a woman in the snow back up fast enough, strong enough, with sharp enough edges of like whatever's hanging off of her bumpers or her roof racks that is enough to create scratch marks down the arm of the deceased on the lawn, which are so clearly match the size of the dog who lives inside the home. He's got blunt force trauma to the back of his head. He's got it on the side of his head. It clearly looks like this guy has been beaten. A car is just, the evidence was never strong enough that a car could have done this.
Look Look at
You
this.
think Billy went to one of those
Hold
parties?
on. I'm fizzing to piss you off, Kazi. You ready?
Sure.
All right, there you go. So I kind of see who that is. Says we paid off all of his furniture that he just bought for his $700,000.
Good, love it. What I've been telling everybody is to give to the defense fund so we can get him a retractable roof for his pool. So so no leaves go in it. And a lot of people got pissed at that one.
Well, you got to keep the leaves out of it so you don't have to use them as much chemicals.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like they do it like the Superdome.
Everywhere in Florida now has like encapsulated pools.
Yeah. I mean, let's help the guy out.
Fucking do it.
Be cleaning it with that thing every day.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass.
Right after we hit this goal, then you can go do that.
Okay.
Backing up in the snow. And the little woman never felt a thump or anything like that. It was, and never went inside. You know, all the evidence is so thin. I'm actually surprised it went as far as it did. And I'm even more surprised that after there was the hung jury, they had to read the decision to go to the second trial. Like, why would they double down? This was a perfect off-ramp for them to say, you know what? Justice wasn't served. We're getting out of here now. Why would you tempt fate?
Well, I think arrogance, and I think that they, thought that the case was stronger than it was. But, you raised a great point, Billy. The problem with this case, regardless of what you think happened, or whether or not you think John O'Keefe went in that house and was beaten up or Karen Reed hit him, the bottom line is they had no evidence that was presented to the jury of medical injuries to John O'Keefe from a car strike.
Oh, yeah, you got one thing right.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
So therefore, he was not hit by a car.
Well, it does matter that if you think he was hit by a car, because that's how the prosecution laid it out for the fucking jury. That was all their shit was based off of. He got hit by
a car and sustained no injuries that one would get from being hit by a car.
Well, that's what the charges were. So if it's so irrelevant whether he was hit by a car, whether he wasn't, that's the part that don't make sense. It matters a whole fucking lot.
Usually Billy Bush annoys me by talking too much over the person he's interviewing, but I don't mind it in this case.
Appreciate it, Carolyn Ford.
Thank you.
Even the prosecution's own medical expert, the medical examiner, said that the injuries were not consistent with a car strike. So when you have 4 medical experts telling a jury, yeah, it doesn't look like this guy was hit by a car, you're not going to get a conviction for someone for running over someone with a car.
Thank you.
God almighty.
And the fact that, not going in the house and all these other things. And then, we haven't even talked about Michael Proctor's text.
Very animated.
Why did OJ beat his case? Because Mark Furman was a racist.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Hey, come on.
Forget about it.
No.
Forget about it.
Why did this happen? Because Michael Proctor's texting horrible misogynistic things about Karen Reed, and you've got a very sympathetic female defendant. And now you've got the cop, the lead investigator, who did all this other shady stuff that no one can explain, talking about her in some of the most vile terms that you can imagine. It was a gift from God to the defense, those texts when they surfaced to Alan Jackson and David Dinetti. When they got those, I can only imagine that they were, high-fiving, that they had what they needed to get their client found not guilty.
Michael Proctor, who year after year received glowing reviews by his supervisor, Yuri Buchanan.
Year after year. Listen to that.
Took him off stage real quick.
Listen to this statement Billy Bush makes. Listen.
Michael Proctor, who year after year received glowing reviews by his supervisor, Yuri Buchanan, who
year after year, glowing reviews.
Dude, I cannot wait until Turtleboy gets a hold of this guy.
Steadily texting each other the most racist, sexist, humanist, I don't even know, just all of it. Like, what could be the worst thing you could say? And it's like, okay, well, that's just something they say on a regular basis.
And he's texting evidence that he's a really bad cop.
Yeah, but he's also freaking people out in the South with your language and the way you talk. It's like, wow.
But it's not just like that he's a bad guy, It's that he's admitting that he's not doing his job for certain people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just, and people that try to put it off as like, oh yeah, he's just saying mean things. Like, that's not what it's about.
No, I mean, he's actively fucking framing people at the time. I'm with you with that. Nobody else is saying that. I'm just saying when your language
No, this guy is.
makes people in the South cringe, you got a fucking problem.
Make people in everybody's cringing over this shit.
I know, but usually down here you can hear some bad shit. But
Right.
Holy shit! What is this? Fucking 1850s Massachusetts? What
the bar is lower down than even down there. People like, whoa, dude.
It's like, holy shit! I can't even read. But I'm glad you read that out loud. I would have never guessed. Never would have guessed.
The Grand Poobah of the what is even like. I don't think we're on the board with this one.
Hey, you're on your own, kid.
It's state police, and let's go while we're there. Let's talk about the jury foreman Charlie DeLoach, who said he was influenced, tainted by a lifetime of skepticism and mistrust and distrust of Massachusetts law enforcement. Did Karen Reed prevail because it?
I don't think you should go to yourself in a solo shot while you're interviewing somebody.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying Billy Bush shouldn't. I mean, he's got like, I don't know, 150,000 more subs than me. But, stay on there with the guy.
Was, clear justice, bastardized. The facts, didn't add up. Or was she the beneficiary of social media fueled comeuppance for Massachusetts law enforcement and people like Charlie DeLoach on the jury, the foreman, who said, these sons of bitches had it coming to them?
I think it's both, Billy. I think that, we're coming out of a period here in America where we've gone through a reckoning with the police where the trust for the media, the trust for the police, and the trust for government is at an all-time low. All those things collided into a perfect storm of negativity for the prosecution. And Karen Reed prevailed largely because of all of that. But at the end of the day, the evidence is what led to that jury's verdict. But you hear those comments from Charlie DeLoach, the lead juror, and one can't help to think that the jurors and the general public still looks at Karen Reed and says, you know what, if that can happen to her, what's going to happen to the single mom in Charlestown that is accused of something? I think that people just look at
no, because one day it backed out and he showed the little crew he has. Like a 5-man crew. So you got 2 or 3 guys at the computers.
He's got a couple guys
with lights and shit.
He's got a setup, you know what I mean? But it's not that
setup
elaborate.
Shit. He's got fucking $100,000 a year worth of.
Well, it's not Howard Stern's studio or anything. I mean, they got like a.
But techs are fucking expensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're getting those guys, they're getting a day rate. So you're probably spending fucking $2,000 on those dudes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not cheap. Definitely not cheap.
And they're probably really good at it, except for when they crash down the guy interviewing somebody to just itself. Like
except for that.
Yeah. Just you're interviewing a guy. Back up.
Brando's
rotten mangoes. Yeah, rotten mangoes make us look like we're chilling and enjoying ourselves. Unlike this guy, Dave Witch.
in a very sympathetic light that she's corruption and government overreach gone wild.
There's another element of what was going in Karen's favor and against the tide for Massachusetts State Police and Canton Police is that woman, that Free Karen Reed supporter who said, oh shit, this could happen to my wife. This could happen to my sister. Yeah. Whoa. And that, it was unprecedented.
Yeah.
What this popular support, and these women with their pink t-shirts in support of Karen outside, these jurors are sitting they see that. They drive by that. They look out the window. They're not immune to that. They're not walled off from what everybody in the community. There's no pro law enforcement people out there with a placard, maybe 2 or 3. But overwhelming support by the people. I mean, it seems to me it was a DOA case, whether or not she did it.
Yeah, I mean, the big problem with the case was DA Michael Morrissey deciding to elevate it to second-degree murder. Had he not done that, we probably wouldn't be on this podcast right now talking about it, Billy, because I think there would have been some sort of plea agreement and it would have gone away. And again, no matter what you think happened, it just wouldn't have been worth anyone's time to go through a massive trial if that was going to be the outcome. But once they brought it to a second-degree murder case, Karen Reed's facing life in prison. And the stakes went up exponentially. And that's why things grew the way they did. And, I in 25 years of doing this kind of work, have never seen a grassroots movement like this. The only thing I can really compare it to is OJ, with the people outside cheering and, saying that, the whole Free Karen Reed movement. You asked at the top of this interview, what made me kind of want to do the book? Well, I was driving down Route 1 in Foxborough over by where the Patriots play at Gillette Stadium early in this process, back in probably 23. And there was an organic Free Karen Reed billboard, just said hashtag Free Karen Reed. And someone paid for that.
That was not BLT's, by the way.
Yeah, oh, come on. Don't let it be.
No, his was about Enrique.
Okay. Thank you.
with their own money, put that up, and that's when a light bulb went off, and I said, Jesus, people are really fascinated by this case, and there's something happening here. There's a real movement, and I do think you're right. It's tied to the kind of police accountability reckoning that's going on in this country right now.
Which is to say, most people think they set her up, that deep corruption is at the root. Has this case done enough or anything to affect institutional change at the Massachusetts State Police or law enforcement in the state in general?
I think
Appreciate it, Garth.
I think there's a couple of things going on here. The Massachusetts State Police were already kind of on the ropes before this even happened. They had several scandals that were going on. They had overtime, guys stealing overtime. They had a cadet that was beaten to death in a boxing match out at the training academy. There's been all sorts of different, bribery and grifting going on. So the state police reputation was pretty bad when this happened. Then you had this case, and then you had the Michael Proctor text come out and all the other chaos that was around that. So I think that the Massachusetts State Police and the governor here in Massachusetts has to really root out the corruption that may exist, definitely did exist, but may still. They have to get.
How would they have rooted it out by now, Mr. Wedge? Oh, God. What's up, MJ?
Not much.
At the MJ.
Trying to figure out how to use Dakota's laptop.
So how much corruption do you think they've rooted out by now, Kazi?
None.
Yeah, we didn't even took a fucking vacation day away from some guys for some of the worst shit you could say about people.
Right.
As an officer of the law, not just a normal human being. So you're trusted to be like, a square. You know what I mean? No drugs, no alcohol. It's like, dude, there's no doubt these guys were fucking getting hammered all the time, stealing off of drug dealers and shit.
Speaking of small town police corruption, I have my own story about that, and it's actually my mom's story. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but I did a video on it a while back.
Yeah, I saw your video.
Drop the link in the chat to that video so people can watch it later.
Will do.
Here we go. This is Dave Wedge for all the people that just came in. We're trying to get a little background on him and see how he's going to handle this interview. It's not looking real good.
That's clean house over there. The other issue, and you touched on it a little bit, what is the impact of social media on the court system now, not just in Massachusetts, but in America? You had a case here that was undeniably completely infiltrated by social media, where you had things that happened on social media, you had social media sleuthing and bloggers finding evidence and connecting dots, and it became evidence in the case to the point where some of those internet sleuths, I'm referring to Turtleboy, he actually became a witness in the case. So, and now you have people like the juror, Charlie Deloach, saying, he listened to one thing and I didn't take any notes. His mind was made up. So you have jurors now that it used to be, did you read the paper? Did you watch the 6 o'clock news? Now, anyone that has a phone and social media, which is everybody, you couldn't avoid this case if you lived in New England. Right. So the courts have a problem here.
Yeah. You mentioned Turtleboy. How much credit can we give Turtleboy for? I mean, I think as big of an ego as this guy has, and as bombastic as he is, and provocative, and what a thorn in the side. It's like the blessing and the curse for Karen Reed. Do you think she would have been stuffed away and sent away for life had this guy not done?
Fuck yeah. What are you talking about? Undeniably. Prison.
You think Pete Wentz is going to admit that?
No. Fuck no, he's not. There's no way she was headed to a fucking, life sentence. Period. At best.
Here's the link here, I think.
Drop that thing up in the chat.
No, shit.
Who else? Is that you?
Yep.
Kate?
Yep.
What happened to your name? Oh, that's
I'm on the wrong account.
Oh, okay.
I hate when that happens.
That's my alt account. Fucking troll people.
The alarm and brought out the people.
Delete.
Because they still had that evidentiary problem.
Just let it go. I don't even give a shit.
Evidence for car strike, but certainly he deserves all the credit in the world for bringing this case into the global consciousness. Without the work he did, and now there's all the civil stuff going on where he's being accused of being funneled information by Karen Reed and her defense attorneys. But he'll be the first reporter to get stuff handed to him. There's no crime there. But certainly he elevated this case to the next level with his platform.
Awesome.
And really it was a case tailor-made for a guy like him, because he's been making a lot of noise in Massachusetts for a long time. He did some great reporting on some different figures that got taken down in federal investigations. There was a woman who headed a Black Lives Matter nonprofit that was sent to jail because of really stuff that he uncovered. And then we had a sitting U.S. attorney, Rachel Rollins, that had to step down as the U.S. attorney based on things that she did, ethics violations that he first uncovered and first reported on. So the guy has great journalistic instincts, and he can dig out information, but he is a provocateur. He's an entertainer.
Where he goes too far is the lacrosse game and the standing outside the home with a bullhorn, cop killer, cop killer. Dave Wedge is a great investigative journalist. He's not going to do that with a bullhorn. So, unfortunately for Turtleboy, in my case, in my
Dave Wedge is a pussy.
The provocateur can outweigh the actual genius in the investigative work that he does.
I was hoping Billy wouldn't say that. Hadn't he been on here and had a good time hanging out with Turtleboy?
I will not be intimidated. I will not be silenced. And we will continue on our journey for justice for John O'Keefe and for Karen Reed.
Yeah, but I think it's kind of like, it seems like there's a little message, like a little hidden message in what he's saying.
Does it? Or does it just kind of seem like he's hanging out with a guy he knows is not real big on it? So he's trying to be not real big on his stuff.
But I think it's kind of like a little like backwards, like, oh yeah, maybe we should trust the guy that doesn't do the things the way that you should, because you won't do this shit because you're a little bitch.
Oh, Mary B.
You are a clown.
Well, he gets in the way.
He's facing some pretty severe consequences, civilly and criminally, right now for the things that he's done throughout this case. But, he deserves the credit for bringing a lot of attention to this case for sure. But, a reporter that works for a media outlet would not be able to say the things that he said.
Right.
So people ask me, what do you think of Turtleboy? I think he did some great job.
What is it?
I can't. I don't know what's going on here. The same thing keeps showing up.
I think Gingy posted it.
Okay.
Oh, Ray says he's at home. He can ride the rest of this show.
I'm going to leave this one too. Why not?
How iconic is it that Aiden was wearing a Free Karen Reed sweatshirt when they arranged him?
Yeah, it was.
Perfect.
Like, oh, why'd this guy get arrested? Well, look right at his sweatshirt. That's why.
Yeah.
I think we got 200 trolls in here that haven't hit the like button. Come on, people.
Come on, stop being a troll.
Shit, man. Come on, man.
Come on. I'm even going to do it with my alt account.
Yeah, come on, trolls. If you want to troll us more, hit the like button. You'll see it more often.
Right.
Be more present.
Yeah, or I could do this.
Filter them out.
But this one is the best.
Yeah. 24 gives me life. Let's go. Let's go. No other way to start the day.
No other way.
We're in the flow.
No other way to start the day.
I'm going to do a rap version of Eddie and the Cruisers.
All right, give us one line.
The dark side. Nah, forget it. Not right now.
Yeah.
I'll have to work.
No, it's just a regular Eddie. Just a regular Eddie. Not the rap version.
Man, I feel like if I go too close to the mic, isn't.
No,
how does it even start?
Oh, God.
Dark side gone is nothing is real.
Yeah, get it, Eddie.
You never know just how I feel.
What happened to Eddie? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's no
I
longer
think he's
with
still alive. He's still alive.
Well, that's not really Eddie. That's John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Yeah, I think I did know that before.
Yeah. Really stupid movie, by the way.
Except for that song. Except for that song. I'm telling you. It's going to be stuck in people's head tomorrow. Do it one more time.
I've been thinking about it the entire time since you brought it up.
Do it again. It's going to be stuck. Give us one more.
On the dark side. Oh, yeah. All right, that's enough. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
He did. Unfortunately, in our algorithm-driven world, and our, maybe it's someone like that was necessary in order to turn the tide. Because
certainly her defense would say so. Right? That's what happened. Because the Boston Herald isn't what it was when I was there in 2002. It doesn't have the gravitas that it once had and the reach. Turtleboy is a different animal. He has the reach and the platform, but he also has the no rules. He can say and do what he wants, and he can say things that the normal media cannot say.
After the acquittal of Karen Reed the second time, when she ultimately walked out.
All right, man. We got a special guest. Special guest.
Dun, dun, dun.
Let me find something first because I messed it all up. All right. Anyways, a little special guest on here. You ready for this, Kazi?
Yeah, man.
Ray from Dallas. What up, buddy?
Oh my God, he's in the building.
What up?
What up? What you all doing on Sunday?
Look, I was dropped, man. It's been a hectic weekend. First, I want to say salute on almost 12 grand.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That's the people, though.
Crazy.
Yeah, nah, but y'all was hosting it, and salute.
Yeah,
Shout to
appreciate
General, Harry B, everybody that's in the chat. Salute.
Ray.
Hell yeah. Well, we're just watching some shit, trying to figure out this Turtleboy show for tonight. He's going to be interviewing this dude, so we're trying to get a head start on.
I can't wait.
Figuring out who he is.
Cryfire is gonna actually have a meltdown.
Wait, is he interviewing him tonight?
Yes.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he stole him right out from under him. I love
Him
it.
right from under Mike, dude.
I
I'm
had no
telling you.
idea.
This fuck.
He's going to be pissed. He's probably on the phone with him right now. It's like, you're not coming on the Young Jerks, buddy. Yeah, you're going to have to cancel the Turtleboy. Yeah, so Ray, if you can hang out, I was just going to check this out before we go up in there. So if you got to leave or whatever.
Oh, no, for sure.
Hell yeah, we're just hanging out. That's it. Check out this dude.
The first interview that her defense attorney, Alan Jackson, did was with Turtleboy, not Howie Carr, not the Boston Herald, not the Boston Globe. He went to Turtleboy and kissed the damn ring.
Damn,
because,
Billy.
In this case, it was it needed to be rewarded.
Yeah, he definitely turned the tide and he moved the needle on the case. And I haven't talked to Karen since she was acquitted, but I would imagine that she's very thankful for the work.
Nobody
that he
has.
did, regardless of their current relationship.
She's thankful, but also irritated. Like, will you stop demanding I fall at your feet, you egomaniac?
I'm just not loving. I'm not loving this version of the Billy Bush. We usually like Billy.
Yeah, it's like he gets in this like around certain people, and he's like, I'm gonna change who I am.
I think Billy was in the Hamptons maybe for a couple of days, went to a dinner party or something.
Got a bad oyster.
He was a little shot out of a cannon, but we love Billy.
Yeah, we do like Billy. I'm not saying we don't. I'm just not really fond of his opinion today or during this video. You know what I mean? I'm not really liking it that much.
I'm sorry.
Oh, he's all right. You're good. Ain't no big deal.
I think I've talked to him a million times, and I think if he were in an MDMA assisted therapy session, I think, and the ego was tamping down to the floor, I think he would admit, I probably stoked too many.
Look, calming down isn't his brand. Rationality is not his brand. His brand is
not Billy's either.
In this case, that's what it took. But the question here, Billy, is: has a playbook been created for defense attorneys, not just in Massachusetts but around the country? Can you whip up enough social media outrage about a case that you can turn the tide inside the courtroom? And that's what happened in the Karen Reed case, and it's now being duplicated. We're seeing it in this Lindsay Clancy case here in Massachusetts, where that went from just a simple, a tragic situation where a woman.
Would you say they need 3 subs to hit 11,000?
There's got to be 3 people here that haven't subbed.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, drop something's off link in here, and if you're not subbed, go sub up real quick. Shit, I only need like 200 and something people to get to 10,000.
I only need like 150 to get to 4,000.
Oh, that's good. 4,000 is kicking it. Yep.
Killed her children. To now, there's all sorts of questions about corruption in that one, and was she treated fairly by the court system? And so that one's now taken on a social media life of its own as well. So there is a lot of issues here with social media the courts have to deal with.
I got a couple questions. Who did you talk to in the O'Keefe family here for your book? And by the way, folks, Blizzard of Lies, Dave Wedge, this is his new book about the Karen Reed investigation, the botched investigation, the question marks about how
Don't
it
waste your
was
money,
all handled.
people.
It's a really great look, a riveting read, because it's a topic we all are still consumed with. So, Dave, you spoke with some family members. Who did you chat with?
Yeah, I spoke with a bunch of the family members. I spent some time with Paul O'Keefe, John's brother.
Paulo Glaze.
He's glazed and confused.
Is he scratching his chin when you guys were interviewing?
Paulo Grief.
Yeah.
His some of his extended family cousins.
Do they have any room for anything other
Jesus,
than
Billy.
Karen backing up and killing their brother, their son?
No, they're 100% convinced that she backed up and hit him. I think that when people say hit him, I think a lot of people are thinking, how could she slam into a big guy like that and there's no injuries to him? But the theory that was raised by the prosecution, again, don't punch me through the monitor here, but is that she may have clipped him or sped backwards.
Oh, don't worry, it would have already happened by now.
You're dumb.
It would have happened a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's dog bites on her
on his
arm.
head. Now, you can call it incredulous or whatever you want, but you wouldn't be the first person to be that drunk and fall and hit their head and die. It happens every day. People get drunk and they fall. If you don't break your fall and hit your head and you're 6'2", you're
On
gonna
grass?
get really hurt or possibly die. That's
Do they have room for the claw marks all
They
over
don't.
his
They
arm
don't because
and the 100-pound dog?
they had this dog actually.
Damn it. That picture gets me every fucking time. I wish I would have known that was in there. Fuck.
Damn it. But
We'll
I
cut
think
We'll edit it out.
it's just quick. As long as it's quick.
Yeah, we used to play it all the time, but then there was a time I played it twice. It got demonetized both fucking times.
Well, I think that you paused it on that too.
Ooh.
Yeah, we looked at it for a while.
What's up, Olivia Nile? Good to see you.
Oh, Lydia.
Oh, Olivia.
Hi.
Come up and say those are dog bites, and that's what was left with the jury. They had no one to refute that. Like, I've since during the investigation of this book had police officers and other medical professionals tell me that they're friction burns, that does happen, that he had a big sweatshirt on, he's dragged by the car, or the force of a strike like that or a clip could rip, especially if there's pieces of the taillight embedded in the sweatshirt, that it could rip in a weird pattern like that, and they've seen it.
Oh my God.
No.
Let us know where you saw it at.
Can I say something here? And Olivia, I think, will back me up on this, right? How many wounds did they say were on his arm, right? Like, I can't remember.
Oh, God.
But they said there's only like 9 in his sweatshirt, which would mean if a dog latched into a sweatshirt, right? And you were moving around, right? But the shirt's not going to be doing the same thing. So the teeth are going to, can you picture that? What I'm saying? There's going to be less.
Pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like a dog's going to open his mouth and put both one side on one side. He's going to pinch his front teeth together right there.
Brando's like, imagine I was bigger.
He's like, imagine how big my next cat tree is going to be.
Oh, I got to pay attention. There's another picture coming up. I can't show.
Problem though, Billy, and I know that sounds like crazy talk, but the problem is that they didn't show any evidence of any other similar wounds from other accidents. They should have had an expert come up and say, this is Utah in 2014, and this is a guy who was struck by a vehicle. Look at that arm. Doesn't that look similar? They didn't have anything like that.
Because none exist.
You'd have to think.
All they had was a taillight, a broken taillight to explain, that he was hit and spun around and on, snow, and that he
was a weight bench possibly, or a step, or possibly someone hit him with something.
2-inch step up in the garage.
So many problems with the case. No matter what you think happened, there's always, I tell people when I'm doing these talks, this is the case of what about. Everyone has a what about with this case. Well, what about this? Well, what about that? On both sides, so every explanation that you have, there is a counterpoint. And that's why we're still talking about it 4 years later. And at the end of the day, Billy, the family has no answers. They have no closure on this case. They have no.
Exactly.
They don't want to hear them.
Exactly. So why convict somebody over it if you don't have the answers?
Thank you, Olivia, for articulating that, because I couldn't.
What was it?
I know what you meant. Because once their teeth are already through the sweatshirt, it can just stay on their teeth. When the dog is biting and moving its jaw, they're not fully unlatching and finding another spot to clamp again. They're just partially opening their mouth and moving, or
Because they're
you know,
super
it's
fast.
yeah.
And they're not biting both sides of the arm either. So
I think that Brando and Fiona are having a competition to see who can be the most orange cat.
Orange cat battle.
Should I go get mine?
Go get him.
Why are you so cute, Fiona? You're so cute.
Oh, he heard you. Now he left.
He's gone.
Like, I'm not competing with
They're
anyone.
hanging on to the only thing
You
they
go
can
on.
hang on to. And I think about Peggy O'Keefe, John's mother. You know, I think she's a woman that's grown up within a tight construct, you know, within Boston law enforcement. It's all that she knows. She couldn't possibly, for her own self-preservation, for her own sanity.
Oh, I told y'all where I was going to show you where somebody was. I ain't going to say their name again, but this is where they are.
Must be nice.
Who is it again?
The sandwich boy. The sandwich man.
I love a guy with a boat.
Who doesn't? Every time we watch the damn Elbow Room.
Where I've always heard it should be.
One more bar of Eddie and the Cruisers. Go.
God, I'd rather do Christopher Cross, dude.
Oh, gotta do it. You got to do the Eddie and the Cruisers. So people will be singing it at work tomorrow.
Dogs are gone, nothing is real. Shouldn't have known just how I feel.
Open up.
Walk like a dream. Make me feel so free. All right, it's all you get.
Posse, you're gonna get us demonetized, dude.
It's so close. So close you may get us.
The walls that she's built around her to
My
even
band's called
allow the
Eddie and the
possibility
Losers.
of disloyalty, of corruption,
What's
with
up,
all that
Mazza?
she's known in her life. She couldn't do it. She'd fall apart personally. So she has to accept this narrative that they're feeding her. That's my feeling on it.
Well, remember too, she's been through incredible tragedy. She also lost her daughter's husband, which is the piece that we haven't talked about yet. Is John O'Keefe raised his niece and nephew, his sister's kids, because his sister and her husband died within 6 months of each other, and John was raising those kids. Single guy, stepped up. So, I mean, the layers of tragedy here are really unthinkable, and I lay it all out in the book. And at the end of the day, that's what the story is really about: is a good cop that stepped up and became a good family man, lost his life, and we don't have the answers yet.
Dave, you walked us right to where we needed to be, and that is John O'Keefe, the guy who died. I mean, with all this back and forth, the sadness is that his legacy is just is caught up in the unending questions. Who is John O'Keefe? You did a lot of work on this in the book.
Why do we have unending questions? Why is that not the focus? To end the questions, get us the fucking answers we want.
Well,
Download
to
all
answer-
these people's phones
To
immediately.
answer one question in the chat, I think he did say a fart.
Who?
Billy Bush. I'm pretty sure he
Wow.
said a fart.
Why would he say that?
He was talking about postpartum depression.
Did Billy just say she fell a fart?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
We're gonna have to go back and
in the
see.
unending questions.
Let's see. Here we go.
We needed to be, and that is John O'Keefe, the guy who died. I mean, with all this back and forth, the sadness is that his legacy is just is caught up in the unending questions. Who is John O'Keefe? You did a lot of work on this in the book. Was he a kind of a playboy, a commitment phobe guy who, but also a sweetheart of a guy? He did take over and raise his niece and nephew when his sister and his brother-in-law died. I mean, what a wonderful person.
He really was. He was that. He was a playboy. He liked to have a good time. But not in a negative way. He was just a typical single guy that was a cop, was making decent money, and liked to go out and have a good time. And suddenly he's thrust into becoming a father, father figure, raising these two kids after his sister passed away suddenly and her husband. And John stepped in immediately without question and raised those kids. So, another layer to this tragedy is that niece and nephew have not only lost their parents, but now they've lost their de facto father after he was tragically lost his life as well. So, but John, I talked to a lot of his fellow officers. I talked to a lot of friends, people that know him, family, obviously. And, there was not a bad word about the guy. Dug through all his police records. There's no negative, there was no controversial cases he was involved in where he screwed up. No one came forward and, no girlfriend said he was a terrible guy. He was mean to me, or, I didn't like, he harassed me, nothing. He was just a really nice guy and put into this position. And he fell in love with Karen and during COVID, and they built this relationship, and they had a blended family. Karen was kind of helping with the kids. And, the relationship wasn't perfect. It wasn't the cops weren't there every night because they were screaming at each other, but there was some fights over the years. All couples fight. That doesn't mean she killed him. But I paint the whole picture of the relationship in the book.
The thing that doesn't shine well on Karen, whom I know and like, I like her father a lot. I know Alan Jackson very well. Alan's become a personal friend. But what doesn't shine well on Karen is the fact that she was texting Brian Higgins, the ATF cop who's in the house. He clearly liked her. They were at the bar together before this incident happened. They were texting at the bar while John, behind his back. And he's saying, you're wicked hot. And
Billy,
she's like, you're fucking hot.
Texting at the bar. Wrong. Brian text Karen at the bar. She did not reply.
She didn't respond.
You think that made him a little upset?
Oh, no, not at all.
Whoa.
You mean so that he'd be yelling a little bit later in the waterfall video?
Yeah, trying to show off like a big...
Yeah, who did John O'Keefe walk straight up to and give a hug in the bar?
Yep.
As soon as they got there. Straight to fucking Higgins.
Heel toe, right?
The only thing texted was well, right?
Yep.
That's it, unanswered.
And then he texted John and said, "Hey, are you guys coming here?"
You coming here, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's not suspicious.
Hardly sexting between Karen and Higgins at that time.
Yeah, hardly.
It's not.
You got your Boston accent there, Billy.
You're fucking so hot, Brian. He's like, no one's ever said that to me. You know why, Brian? Because it's not true. But anyway,
no one has.
They go back and forth. It's kind of. It doesn't suggest that John O'Keefe and Karen Reed were meant for eternity together.
Yeah,
right?
no, and John had expressed that to people that there's a great section in the book that I like about John's best man speech at Paul's wedding, his brother, and John used the opportunity to say that no one should ever get married, that marriage doesn't work. And Paul, it was really brutal. I think John might have had a few too many cocktails. The wife was not happy about it, Paul's wife. And the family was like, "What are you doing, dude?" But he laid it all out. He didn't believe in marriage. He didn't want to get married. He didn't want the white picket fence and the kids and all that. That's not the kind of guy he was. And, Karen didn't really express that that's what she wanted either. But I think there was some back and forth there in the relationship. There was definitely some friction because they're getting older. They weren't in their 20s. They're in their 40s,
Yeah, she's fighting against the female instinct to make a family and make a home, and let's formalize this relationship and make me the permanent stepmother. Let's get married and the whole thing. And he's like, "Nah."
Oh, I hate that.
I thought he was more informed. I thought he was more informed.
Misogynistic shit right now.
What?
I thought he was way more informed than this.
Female instinct, she's fighting it.
Oh, I suppose they belong at home in the kitchen, barefoot and pregnant. Right?
Yeah, she's at home. She was just at her house washing dishes, practicing to get married.
Practicing making sandwiches and shit.
Oh my god!
Just a garbage can full of sandwiches for nobody. It's just
like, am I broken? Am I broken or something? I don't understand.
Just kidding, Billy. Big fan. Just kidding.
Wow. I thought I would get more out of the lady we watched on the Boston News more than I thought Billy was more informed.
I'd rather listen to the no neck hoe.
Yeah, if she can break away from the dishes.
I don't want to do that. Let's keep going. But that probably fueled the sexual tension between them. And it's what she hated and loved about him at the same time. She couldn't pin down John O'Keefe.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a power dynamic going on in that relationship. But remember, Karen was a very strong, independent woman as well. Very successful in the finance industry. She didn't need John O'Keefe. She didn't need his money, certainly. She wasn't a wealthy woman, but she did okay for herself, and she built a nice life for herself. And the family liked Karen. And many of them told me that they thought she was good for John.
Peggy O'Keefe didn't. She said, when she got to the hospital to see her son, she famously said, "Why is she here?"
Oh, mother-in-law.
Yeah, I mean, but they did like her. Most of the family did like her. I think obviously there was some things that happened over the years, and as the relationship went on, there was some pretty bad fights. Certainly, the one in Aruba was bad that we write about, and that became part of the trial where there was a pretty bad blowout down there. So, but I don't think that I don't think Peg O'Keefe hated Karen Reed. I think in that moment she was probably trying to figure out what happened to her son. Remember, this is a woman that already lost a daughter, already buried a daughter.
Oh, Peg O'Keefe, I have great sympathy for, and I think it's self-preservation. The fact that she can't open up to any other possibility than Karen Reed doing this with her car. There's the civil suit that the O'Keefe family, in their pursuit of truth. Why is there no criminal investigation, do you think, into what actually happened now? Is law enforcement like, well, We were right. It was a miscarriage of justice. Or no, a jury found her not guilty. And so let's go find out who is guilty.
Well,
They
they
just
think
gonna presume
they
she actually is
think
guilty, but
she
she's
got
not
away.
They think she got away.
That's it. There's no other. I mean, that's it.
I mean, they're still trying to make her be liable.
Right.
So
They're hoping, double jeopardy makes it back into the.
yeah,
It's.
they're not willing to move on to the fact that that's not what happened.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to prove. If you couldn't prove it in 2 trials, it's gonna be hard to prove it in a civil case without exposing a whole lot of shit that we want to hear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
Sorry.
A lot more is going to come into that civil trial. I can't wait.
Yep.
Does anybody feel like Billy went to hang out with Hunter Biden this weekend or something?
That's what it seems like.
He's got a slight air of condescension to him, doesn't he?
I mean, it's nothing negative or anything. It's just kind of shot out of a cannon.
A little extra energetic.
And I got to go. I appreciate RHM, the general, Mary B, everybody in the chat.
All right, Ray. Good seeing you, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Salute, sir.
Bye,
Yeah,
Ray.
we'll see you next time. No big deal.
Hang out with that baby.
Later.
His son is so cute.
I don't think this guy's gonna fare well on Turtleboy.
I don't either.
I can't wait.
Because you know how he's gonna get once he gets worked up. He starts and the facts just start coming and coming and coming and coming. I don't think this guy's ready for it.
We'll see.
He's finna get some
It'll
receipts.
start gentle, and then Aiden's just gonna, like you said, start spitting facts.
Just be mad receipts one after another.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting.
That's what I think that law enforcement thinks in the DA's office. I also think, remember, there was a federal investigation into this whole thing, into the corruption that surrounded the case. There were no findings in that. I think through the civil process, we may get some more answers there. And, at the end of the day, Billy, you can't try someone else for this case. Let's say they got a video of Brian Albert beating up John O'Keefe and dragging him up. You still would have a hard time proving that case because you already tried Karen Reed for it twice. So first of all, that video doesn't exist, but I think it would be really hard to charge someone else for this murder. I don't know of any cases where it's really happened. Where
Don't forget the troubled youth. Don't forget the troubled youth, Colin Albert, and his bloody knuckles that he said he reached out to brace himself while falling and put out his closed fist to do it. No one's ever done that in the history of falling.
You would think that someone would look into it. I always.
Oh, did you see the edit?
Mm-mm.
Watch it.
No one's ever done that in the history of falling.
You would think that.
See it
Yeah. Ooh.
Got you, Billy. Got that ass. Got a whole team of motherfuckers.
Gotcha.
No editing tonight.
Got your ass. Got your ass.
Someone would look into it. I always thought that the federal investigation would lead to some sort of maybe, witness intimidation or maybe.
Appreciate it, Emily C. I'm going to send. We're not doing any drama. Can you believe that? 2 hours, no drama, 1,000 people.
No drama at all.
No drama.
Just Eddie and the Cruisers and.
Oh man, it's probably the Eddie and the fucking. It's probably the Eddie and the Cruiser.
So she might not be home yet.
I don't know. I'm just going to send her the link anyways.
Okay.
It's up
We're
to
just
her.
trying to peer pressure her, Mary B.
The link is essentially the red pill and the blue pill. It's up to you which one you take.
Obstruction, those sort of things. But they didn't have any findings at all. So I'm not aware of any other investigations that are ongoing. The civil process, there's 3 suits actually. Karen Reed is suing the state police and the Canton police. The O'Keefe family is suing Karen Reed and the bars that served her. And then there's a defamation case filed by the occupants of 34 Fairview Road, Brian Albert and his wife, Jen McCabe, who was a witness, and her husband, and then a couple other people that are suing Karen Reed and Turtleboy for conspiring to defame them and destroy their reputations. That's kind of like a libel suit almost. So there's 3 separate civil.
Yeah, we showed pictures of you at the meet and greet.
Yeah, we did have a representative there
Mm-hmm.
from the ChatRats.
The ChatRats are fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's not even. It's getting out of hand. Is what's happening. Let me show you. Bam. Bam.
So cute.
I love your glasses.
Look like y'all having a good time.
Proceedings going on, and then there's some other proceedings going on against Turtleboy. There's a criminal case. He's charged with witness intimidation, and then he has some civil stuff going on too. So there's legal chaos surrounding this case. But as a journalist,
I hope that some more facts come out and we get a clearer picture of what happened.
Me too. I always think about those people inside the home, you know, the McCabe's, the McAlberts, the Bryans, all the people that were in that house. And I wonder, geez, you know, I hold about a 0.5% chance that what they said happened. To me, it's so far from adding up. I can't get there. But then I also marvel at, how do you keep a conspiracy together like this? That is, you know, there's always a leaky valve. There has to be a leaky valve. And no one, no nieces, no tangential characters are
Seems accurate, huh? Pretty simple, but it looks accurate.
are leaking anything other than what they've decided upon. So that there's just a lot of questions that will always be lingering, and it makes it one of the most fascinating cases ever. And your book, Dave, is gonna, you know, it's perfect timing, because I think about this case all the time.
Well, I appreciate it, Billy. And the book, certainly people responding. The book hit the New York Times bestseller list yesterday, so people are certainly responding to it. You know, I'm a journalist. I'm a storyteller. I think I tell the story of what happened. It's not a white paper on the case. It's not a court appeal. It's not a dissertation. It's not a college lecture. It's a story, you know, and you get to know the characters and what brought all their lives together that night, and then what has happened since. So, but at the end of the day, it is a choose your own adventure. You know, people have to make up their own mind about what they think happened.
Dave Wedge, investigative journalist from the Boston Herald for years, best-selling author. This is his latest book, Blizzard of Lies, about the death of John O'Keefe and the trials of Karen Reed and Massachusetts State Police, their relationship, the families, all encompassing, very good. And Dave, I leave you with one final question. Is there that exists of John O'Keefe's speech at his brother's wedding?
You know, it's funny. I asked Paul that. He said no. Unfortunately, there's not. But he recited it to me in verbatim, and it's in the book. So it's astounding what he said. And you know, kind of tragically, but Paul kind of got him back when he gave his eulogy. He kind of referenced that in his eulogy to lighten it up a little bit. So look, there's been a lot said about Paul O'Keefe as well. I've gotten to know him. He's grieving for his brother. You know, that's it. And people can think he's a terrible person or whatever they want to say about Paul O'Keefe, but he's grieving his brother, and he deserves some peace.
Yeah, and Karen and her father, Bill Reed, who I adore, and you know, Bill Reed texts me all the time. He's like, "Did you see this article? Did you see that?" Karen's very lucky to have Bill and Janet and her parents. They literally kept her afloat. And now the movie is coming out. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon's production company, two Boston guys getting in the action, not since The Town. And here they go. And from what I understand, I think Ben Affleck is going to play Alan Jackson.
Is that what you hear?
That's what I'm hearing. I don't know who will play Karen Reed, but I can't wait. It'll be a good movie.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, Hollywood's making some pretty interesting movies these days. Like, I just saw the trailer for Primetime, the Chris Hansen one. I don't know if you've seen that yet, with Robert Pattinson playing Chris Hansen. And that's going to be a fascinating movie. So they're doing a lot of these pop culture movies pretty quickly now. So I think that, you know, you look at I, Tonya.
Billy Bush is like, all right, dude, I'm trying to get the fuck off of here.
I wonder who will play Babe.
Wrap it up, dude. So this is the impromptu after the deposition that I didn't get to watch. So I'm going to check this out real quick. Damn. Hate leaving X up, because if a screen stays up too long, it starts playing. All right, here we go.
Yo, what's up? Impromptu live. Quick one. Quickie, that's what they say. That's what she said. Woo. All right. Hello, everybody. My turtle people. What's going on? What's up to Dildo? I'm sure he's watching right now. But checking us out live when we're there. He's going to be like, what's he saying? What's he saying? What does he say about how today went? How does he think today went? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll fill people in momentarily. I'm like sitting on Mass Pike going west right now at this time of day, parking lot, like every day. Disaster. I don't know how people do this shit. I hate Boston. Anyway, how's everybody doing? So yeah, let people stroll on in here. This is an impromptu post depo live stream. I have been all day basically at Mark Dildo's office. He is such an asshole. And want to kill myself. I mean, just you couldn't be a more boring person than him. Oh my God. So I'm going to go over it more tonight on Sex Cult. So join Turtle Club if you haven't joined so already. $15 a month. You got access to Thursday streams that no one else gets, and you get ad free on the website when you go read the articles. We all know how much a pain in the ass those things are. So yeah, you can go back and go join. I'll be going over the whole.
That's why I don't watch anything off of his website. Holy shit, it's aggressive on there. They're like trying to get the whole $1 million from one person while you're on there. It's crazy. Especially if you're trying to watch it on stream. Crazy.
Thing. But no, I didn't get to eat. I ate nothing. So I'll give you a brief overview and then we'll get more into it tonight. It's all going to come back to me. But holy shit. So basically the first 2 hours was me talking about myself, just asking me. It was like fun. The first 2 hours was fun. We got to talk all about my journalism, my history, everything that I've done, my major hits. We talked about the Ali Bebo story. We talked about Genduso, although he was asking weird questions about that. We talked all about that. We talked all about like the history of Turtleboy, and I'll explain all in Sex Cult tonight where I think he was going with this. And by the way, you could sign up for Sex Cult by going on tvdailynews.com, and then there's a link at the top for Turtle Club. Right, you just click on that and you sign up. It's great. You could support my journalism. You support what we do. We stream right from the website, and I'll go over everything that happened tonight. But boy, was he a dildo. So the first 2 hours, man, we talked all about how I built this Turtleboy empire that we have today, and how this all came about, and like number of followers and the trials and tribulations of Turtleboy, and I'll explain it all. But then, okay, so then that was good because I'm actually answering questions, and then noon came, okay, and then he was like, then came the Karen Reed questions, which is what we're all here for, right? Again, I don't know what any of this has to do with me. I just, write the stories and do the shows. That's what I do. And the activism, that's what I do. Anyway, I made it very clear, and he knows going into this that we were pleading the fifth. And the whole exercise in this was just to get me down there and inconvenience me and blah, 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 and get it on the record that I'm pleading the fifth. A serious attorney, after, asks, so are you going to plead the fifth to everything related to this? So we don't have to waste everyone's time, not just his time, because he was there with 2 associates, 2 young guys. One guy had a really nice suit on. I complimented his suit, and a young gal, and, a court reporter, and the videographer, and Karen Reed's had an attorney. Yes, I see. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Yeah. So, yeah, it's good to do road work right now. 5 o'clock is a great time to do road work on the Mass Pike. Great idea. Who thought of that one? Anyway, so he's like, yeah, he starts asking me questions and about, he's got my whole phone extraction, right? That he just got, that we didn't really oppose, really. It's like, go ahead, knock yourself out. He's got Natalie's phone extraction, and we go through all my messages with Natalie. That's what we did for 5 hours, just go through my messages with Natalie. I think we got through 3 weeks worth of messages. And he's just like, so, when you said this, and you would think this guy was representing the McAlberts. Everything was about the McAlberts. Do you represent the O'Keefes? We finally got to the O'Keefes, by the end. And it's just a real lawyer, when you plead the fifth, and just asks you, okay, since we have all these people here, okay, who are getting paid, Everyone's getting paid except me. And then we have like the attorneys for C.F. McCarthy's, who was on Zoom, the attorneys for the Waterfall on Zoom. You had Damon Seligson on Zoom, and of course Paul O'Keefe Gawkin, he was on Zoom too, watching this whole thing. They were not there in person. And so I don't know who the hell's paying for this shit, but holy shit, what a waste of time. A real attorney asks you, like, okay, so you're after 3 or 4 times, like, so you're just gonna plead fifth to everything? Yes. And then, okay, cool, thank you, noted, we're done here. But no, he wanted to go through every single question. And then I'm like, bro, no lunch. He didn't do any lunch, no break, like besides the piss, right? No break, no lunch, nothing. No like offer of it, like, are you guys hungry? Nothing, blah, 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 nothing. Just like, and wasting everyone's time. Like what you just saw, I would laugh so hard if Paulo keeps paying for this shit, because that he cannot be doing this on a contingency. There's no way any lawyer's doing this on a contingency, because this is a loser case, and you're suing 2 people who have, who are civilians. Like, we're not rich, Karen Reed and I, and you're like, this is just the biggest waste of time ever. And so finally, I'm there with Randazzo, and he's like, at 4:30, we asked to take a 2-minute.
We need a break from that for a second.
Oh, what the fuck?
Look at Mike's dance. What is that? That was tremendous.
Tremendous break.
Thank you so much, palate cleanser.
And we're like, okay, we're gonna see what this guy wants. Like, event, like at 4:30, we asked to take a 2-minute break, and we just discussed it, and we're like, okay, we're gonna see what this guy wants. Like, if he can finish in the next half hour by 5, we'll be done. But if he's talked about like, oh, we'll just continue this another day. He's like, if that's the policy, you'll just continue another day. We're out of here. We are out of here. And finally, Randazza is just like, I've kept quiet about this. I have bit my tongue. We've been civil with you guys, but like at this point, this is like just abusive. Like what you're doing you're just fucking with us. Like this is
no shit.
They're so stupid.
If you do that again in a couple minutes, I'll have a treat for you.
Oh god.
Oh, here we go.
The dude talks like Eeyore.
Here we go.
He talks so slow. Every question starts with the same shit. So is that your phone number there? Yes. And so you're in the blue, and this is you messaging the phone number for Natalie Wiki.
Oh, that's real.
Yes. And this is the time and date of May 15th at 4:10 p.m.
Oh.
And in the message, you are saying that Karen Reed is telling you to write about Paul O'Keefe. Objection. Like Karen Reed's lawyer objects. I gotta wait for them to object because the court reporter didn't like when I talked over him. And the court reporter, a very nice lady who was hungry too. They didn't offer her a lunch. 3
Want
o'clock,
some
she asked for a break so she could 5-minute break so she could eat her soup. She packed soup. He wouldn't let her eat her soup. The lovely court reporter, Tony, female, Tony with an I,
No soup.
wouldn't let her eat.
No soup for Tony Pepperoni.
Poor Tony just wanted her fucking soup.
It's just pepperoni
Fucking-
soup.
Fucking dildo.
Fucking asshole. What's your
Hey, Dan, Dan,
what's
you
your
mind-
salamis?
Dan, you mind playing that again?
Oh, here we
God.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get it all set up. Let me get this set up.
Oh my God, he's pointing at him. Why?
Got my disco lights back, y'all.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you go down to Radio Shack, get them bad boys out of Hawk. Well, they weren't in Hawk, they were in for repairs. New bulbs. New bulbs.
Your soup. She had to eat it in the hallway fast.
What? You
right?
can't eat
'Cause Dildo
soup
wants to
fast.
waste
Too hot.
everyone's time. And it's like
Maybe it was gazpacho.
every question was going through those stupid messages and be like, "Did you say this?" Yes, I said that. Okay, and this is you telling Paul O'Keefe, you're Karen, you're telling Karen Reed, or is this you? Is this Karen Reed telling you to write about Paul O'Keefe? And that's when I assert the fifth. That's when I assert the fifth. I made it clear to him. He's like, and you have to tell me why you're asserting the fifth. Okay, I will tell you why I'm asserting the fifth.
Who was it that sent me the Tony Pepperoni clip? I can't remember. God, I get so many messages now.
Was it the clip or did you just get the
I got the timestamp, I think. I think it may be close. Hold on, I think I might can figure it out.
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts is alleging, and I disagree with this, they are alleging that my journalism, activism, satire, YouTube presentations, all of it is illegal. It is against the law, they say. It is and
Hi, Rubicon.
because of that, because they are saying that all
Rubicon,
of my
what's up?
journalism pertaining to the Karen Reed
Good to
case
see
is
you.
illegal.
Hi, Rubicon.
I cannot answer any questions about that until the matter is fully adjudicated. And we would be more than happy to answer all of your questions when it's over. When it's over, you can get whatever you want out of us. I will answer. We'll spend all day. I don't care.
Yep. But not right now. But for the new people, I don't know if you guys saw this. We had a Bigfoot sighting earlier. Somewhat. I don't know if you can really see it right there.
I saw a brildo in the woods.
It's very scary woods. Very scary.
But if you just creep down there and you weren't paying attention.
These fucks. Mike Private.
This fuck. Mike Cryfish.
It's hiding in the And there's your boy.
Tommy, we did it. We did it, Tommy.
You didn't make it out of the woods yet, so I wouldn't. Chickens be on.
I know, but she's not paying attention. She's was fisting to walk right
If
into
you
an
look really
LTL.
close, there's a brildo in the back.
Until then,
I gotta stop doing that.
I am not admitting that anything I did is criminal, but the government is alleging that what I'm doing is criminal. Therefore, my hands are tied. I cannot answer anything about this whatsoever. That's it. So that's why I'm pleading the fifth. Not that I'm doing anything criminal. The government is alleging that what I'm doing is criminal. Therefore, I can't answer any questions about anything pertaining to my journalism, my investigation involving the Karen Reed case. Done. So he knows that. So any other local lawyer at that point is just like, okay, well, we don't want to waste not only my time, but he doesn't care about wasting my time, but his own time and his client's time and the waterfall's time And
So let's just work this in real quick. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
go. And let's go.
Oh, wait. Tony Lynn here says, no, my husband does not like you. Really, Tony Lynn? Well, I have a question for you. And it's really interesting that you, of all people. So my question for you, Tony Lynn, is the following. Does your husband know that on February 17th, you sent me a picture of your titties? Does your husband know that? Does your husband know that? Does your husband know that you sent me a Twitter DM on February 17th that I did not respond to with some sort of object, some metal object? Tony with the titties. Some
Tony
sort of
with the
metal
titties.
object, Tony.
Tony Pepperoni.
That's a sex toy. It's clearly like a sex toy that you're inserting into yourself. And you send me the following message with that picture. Hi, Turtle Dove. I'm going to put this in while you do your show tonight.
Best part is incoming right now.
Just want you to have a great one as always. Does your husband know that you did that? That you sent me a picture of some sort of object and then told me that you were going to be inserting it inside of you while watching my show? Does your husband know?
Karen. Fearless. Thank you.
I mean, think I'm kidding?
Who in their right
Does your
mind
husband know
would do
about
that?
this, Tony?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out, but I couldn't stop laughing.
Like, did she forget that she did it? I don't know.
No, she probably thought she had an intimate relationship with him. Like, he'll remember me. Well, guess what? He remembered you.
Like, I'll be able to dunk on him without him saying anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
are you
good.
not paying attention or what? Come on. man.
Oi.
Huh? Your husband doesn't like me? I mean, why would you start shit knowing that I have DMs like this, dear? Why? I didn't even know you were married. That makes it even crazier. No wonder your husband likes me. I wouldn't like me either. My husband took the picture.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Oh, there you go.
Did
Like,
you hear
did
that?
she think that was like a flex?
I think so.
My
Like, it's not gonna. You're not gonna embarrass me because
my
husband's in his chair already.
Mr. Cuckington at your services.
It's too bad we wasted all that Eddie and the Cruisers. Because they would have been really good right there, you know.
Oh, there's always...
we burned it too early. We hit the NOS too early, man.
My husband took the picture. You don't have a husband. You have a cuck. Yeah, I'm not lying.
He's a huscuck.
Hi, Turtle Dove. I'm going to put this in while you do your show tonight. What is that? You're going to put it in where?
Why is there
go in
a
your hair.
turbine? There's like a turbine in it. What is that going to do?
It looks like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when you look through it.
Who's
and-
looking on the other end, though? A lot of cool colors in here.
Where are you going to put it in? Tony Lynn.
I'm really surprised that he doesn't know.
I've seen one that's like a light up fidget spinner.
Why does it got to light up?
Because it's fun. I don't know.
You don't lose it.
So you can
when it's not in. If you lose it the other way, you get major issues.
Yeah. You can see them when they're running through,
Head
through
toward the
the
light.
woods.
Head toward the light, doctor. It's in there.
Yeah. You can see them running through the woods when they try to escape.
How did you find me? Your ass is lit up. Purple.
And it's spinning.
Oh,
Where are you gonna put it in?
I didn't take that
Put it
thing
in
out
where?
again.
And I can't show the next one you sent because the next one you sent after that was your quite large breasticles.
Cheb.
Which would appear to be, I mean,
You know I've got to do this.
Our fan.
2 gigantic pepperonis.
With tumors.
Gigantic pepperonis. 2 gigantic pepperonis.
Dude, we gotta call D&E Pizza. We gotta call D&E Pizza on that speed. And when he's like, "Yeah, what do you want?" And you're like, "You guys want a pizza?" Wait, hold on. Hey, buddy,
Hold on.
don't worry, my
Let me
friend.
get it right. Let me get it in the right spot.
Bro, tell the guy what you want on the pizza.
Gigantic
Damn it.
pepperonis.
All right, here we go.
Did you get that, Chris?
Gigantic pepperonis. 2 gigantic pepperonis.
Oh, that's hilarious.
In the middle
Oh my
of them
God, I'm making that call.
with a tumor. And you said,
Please record it.
just wishing you a good night with you sent me a bunion emoji. So sorry people are shitty to you. Stick with Jess and Erica. They are solid. Well, 1 for 2. 1 for 2 there. Weren't they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this was back when, remember Jimmy told everybody to send me your tits? Remember that? And so she was one of them. And I was like, I was nice to everybody that sent them. I was never like, those are gross or anything like that. I would never do that. I would never insult you. And I'm not saying
Those
that.
are gross.
That
But
sucks
it's just
because
weird.
Baker only got
You
one.
of all people would come on here and say some shit like that.
That's pretty gross. Oh, God.
This is Brian after he gets an unsolicited dick pic.
Oh, yeah, he's fired up. Headed to the lock-in, baby.
And see if McCarthy's time. He is literally just running up the bill on everybody and having a good time doing it because God knows he can't get real work. And you're like, oh, how much time does he put into this shit? Like, bro, there is no way. Who is financing this shit? Like, that's what I want to know. If Paulo and Peggy O'Keefe are paying for this shit, which I can't imagine how they would afford this. Like, this is so expensive. Like, this whole thing today, God knows how much this cost. And so he's either an idiot and he thinks there's like some sort of payoff at the end here with the contingency, or he is running up the bill on some idiot clients. I don't know. Anyway, or he just likes my company. Whatever. So he thinks we're coming back. I'm sure he's going to file some motion now or whatever. We'll see what happens. I don't freaking know. But we walked out and Randazza was like, so he's like, you can't leave. And Randazza's like, are you going to tackle me? He's like, no, you can feel free to go, but we're going to be doing that. Okay. We'll see.
Oh, look at
We'll
James
see.
Jackson's here. And
So let him go and file a motion with Guilt A saying that, yes, we did a
What up, James?
I don't know.
5 hour
Looks like he's picking fights.
or 7 hour deposition.
No way. He's just in
That's
here.
not a thing that happens.
Oh, well. Y'all leave James alone out there, please. Thank you.
That somehow, with no breaks, no lunch, Somehow that was not enough time for me to extract what I need from somebody who has nothing to do with any of this, who is a third-party deponent, who is not a plaintiff to this, not a defendant to this, nothing. It's just some guy who publishes articles. That's it. And does YouTube presentations. Maybe he shouldn't have spent the first 2 hours getting to know me. I don't know. So, anyway, I was in there for 7 hours, and now I'm stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic. I'm starving. I haven't eaten shit all day. He gave me a donut. I had one donut there. He did give me a donut. I can't survive on donuts. I'm not Machado. I can't do that. I cannot survive on donuts. So I had to leave, and now I'm out of there. So, this is what happens when you get big time. This is what happens. But, all right. Anyway, so thank you for the new membership. If you guys are just getting here, I am going to be going over all this tonight on Turtle Club, aka Sex Cult, which you can sign up for by going on tvdailynews.com. And there's a tab at the top for Turtleboy, Turtle Club, whatever. You just sign up for that, and you're good to go. So, yeah, that's it. And that's it, folks.
So that's it. Damn, I didn't calculate that good. We didn't talk as much as usual. So now I gotta figure out what to do with the next 25 minutes.
Well, I put a quick clip in there, Danny.
Where's it at?
It's right in there. It's loaded up.
Oh my God, that looks weird.
Have you guys ever seen James' dog, Luna?
Yeah, very cute.
She is the cutest little friggin' thing.
What about this?
He's killing time till 5. Dance with me, Causey. Dance with me. Dance with me. Come on, dance with me. Oh, I dance. Boom.
Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
Oh man, I want to dance. Come on.
He almost missed his hair on the way down.
For throwing in a super chat.
Fearless. You don't have to do it all by yourself. It's okay. You can let it go.
Jenny took all our money yesterday, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gave it away. All right, let me see. I do have one thing.
We gotta shout out the last person that won the slate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who, for $700.
Maria.
She's for real. She for real did it.
Oh, good.
Oh, yep. Angel helped her last night.
Yeah.
I knew that. She's always here.
She's
wish
straight
we
up a
could
real
see
one.
those pictures.
She gets this.
Look at Mike.
Got him.
So funny.
Old swivel hips over here.
Got him.
Just having fun.
Oh my God, they're such losers.
I wish Connor was here. He could resend me that fucking.
This fuck. White crawfish.
You could watch that. Fucking laugh like a motherfucker. Let me look somewhere real quick.
We could always do a dark side karaoke thing that'll get you
Ooh, big views.
Dinged.
Big views. Well, I do have one more thing. Let me pull it up. Thanks to
I'm really
Ginger.
upset with Toy, actually. If she came on camera yesterday, we probably could have got like another 10 grand for Turtleboy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Saying, Toy.
It's coming. She's gonna get there. Let's check this out real quick. I don't know what it is, but it looks funny.
That he had on, and he had sign and like fish attached to it. And it's the funniest thing, and it brings a little bit of humor to what we're doing. It brings that social spirit, and it brings in a lot of people. So listen, I'm not going to address the negativity because that's not a time to do this. It's all about unity and positivity because it takes every single person that can just say free Karen Reed. That's all that you need to do. That's all you need to do in this. And I commend every single person that can say that and be proud to say that. Because a lot of people are afraid to say it.
No one's afraid to
Believe me, they are afraid to say it because of the negative backlash.
No, they're not.
But if you can come out and say, free Karen Reed, I'm here for Karen, I'm here for justice for John O'Keefe, awesome. Because now you're just spreading that message. And when you say Karen Reed and you get people, because now you're just spreading that message. And when you say
South and straight to Broadway with these dudes. Yeah, those guys.
If Lubin went on camera, TV would be free, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Keith, awesome. Because now you're just spreading that message. Bitch. And when you say because now you're just spreading that message. And when you
Dramatic gay pauses are the best.
I'm in it. I gotta stay in it.
Oh.
Where have all your hair plugs gone?
Hey, Daddy, if you want to see an even better one after,
I see it. I'm finna do
I
it.
sent this to Jimmy yesterday too.
As soon as he clicks LTO, I'm gonna do it. But I'm in it. I gotta wait.
What the fuck?
What does he do?
Come here, Seagull. Come here. Come up, right. Good girl.
Well, that would have been a long wait.
He's a good girl. Whoops. Okay.
This isn't fast.
I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just.
We know.
I'm not even.
say Karen Reed and you get people interested in that and they Google it and it takes them to all this positive outlet of the stories and the research. And believe me, everybody's done their part in this. That just informs that person that Karen did not kill John. There's no way that that could have happened, and then exposes the corruption that's going on in the state of Massachusetts, specifically in Canton, Massachusetts. So
you good on those.
I just want to be clear, and I just want to make sure, that
he's got his Dare shirt on.
Oh, that's sad. I feel bad. Yeah, what happened with that girl? Hey, I try to be the best person I can. I'm not perfect. I think that we all try to do the best things that we can in our own ways. I'm definitely not perfect. I have my flaws. I have a lot of them, actually. I would be devastated if anyone in the LTL family got hurt, etc. for that channel and members family so during the holiday. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to
Are we
spend
keeping you up?
shit. It's not my thing. I just heard what happened with the mods passing. Oh, that's sad. You pull off the bald look well. I can't do it. Best thing about it when I've been bald is the hat falls off. That's funny. Well, I have no choice, Jeff, because if you look here, see here, my hairline is gone. So if I try to grow hair, I literally just grow a strip right here. It doesn't look good. And then right here, I have male pattern bald and stew, and that's from wearing hats my whole life. I mean, I was born with a hat.
Well, it got better after all this time.
My entire life. Yeah, I have like a widow's peak. I don't care though. I'm kind of over the whole hair thing now. It doesn't really matter to me anymore. I have no one to impress. So if you like someone just because of their hair, it's just
cursing.
Look at him.
He honestly,
he likes somebody just because of their hair,
Oh,
he honestly didn't look bad at all.
Jimmy was horrified. He goes, "This was dark. This was."
I appreciate the goal. Love it. Appreciate the goals.
Stop. His sign in the background says how many subscribers he has.
I can't see that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's lower.
LTLTC podcast subs. What is it? 12,137.
What's he at now?
60,000.
That is so gay.
60,000.
Well, I mean, his hair did grow in.
That'll help. That'll help.
Danny, I want to sign behind you with the sub counter.
What did you say, MJ?
Can we take that like a sound clip? Can we clip that?
Oh, we can clip that.
All right. Summer is a mod in another chat now with others. Oh, really? I didn't know. What channel does she go on? You know what's a great channel? If you like, I love this channel. This guy is so good at making material. If you love travel channels, check out Bald and Bankrupt. I absolutely love that channel. I love him and Peter Santello.
You still like that channel?
He's a chapter now.
That is like the stuff I really wish I could do. It's so cool.
Not anymore.
Bald and Bankrupt is great.
There you go. That was a nice old gem.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what he says on here.
My stand on this is that I've always preached, that's my stand on this.
My stand on this. That's my stand on this. Okay, so back here, right? Stand on this. Right?
And by the way, the only reason Jimmy's doing this is Brian's been going at him for weeks.
Yeah.
Unprovoked. So,
you get what you asked for.
Fucking hilarious.
Okay. That's my stand on this.
Right. Is that I've always preached positivity. I've always preached unity, and you can believe me or not. I mean, I am who I am. This is it.
you know? And, I just want to make sure
Unity.
that people understand. And I'm going to play a little bit here, some clips here, so people understand where I'm coming from this perspective. I have the track record there. I have the videos that I've gone out and stood side by side, arm in arm, smiled with a lot of these people and been out there in the cold, in the rain, in the element.
Loves reciting types of precipitation. Loves reciting the types of different precipitations. Loves it.
God.
Loves doing it. Oh, sorry, Brian. Got you on the old mute ski. My bad.
Rain in the element. I know what it's like to be out there, and I'm proud to be out there. That's why I go and I'll set up live streams from there, because I want the world to know and I want the world to see what's going on around here in Massachusetts. It's important to document that.
He did say singular. Carrie P says, did he say element singular? He did. We're not gonna work on singular versus plural. We're just gonna get into basic
too much
speech, basic pronunciations. You know, we don't even care about spelling. It's just more about the actual words coming out.
It's important for people to see the pride in what people do and how and what is in their hearts down there on the ground.
Oh God.
It's very important for people to see that, because any positivity that we can bring to this is just going to bring in more positive people and let people to come in to understand what's going on.
Come in.
So
let people to come in. Okay.
Let me just do this. I'm going to play kind of like a montage. And I just want to kind of, I guess, put this on the record, if you want to say that. Okay. And I know other people that have been out there. I know a lot of people. I've met great people that come up, and, I said this before. I've had people that come up to me and they said, I've had a really bad day today, but I got to watch your live, and your inspiration uplifted me, and it made me have a better day. I've had people that have been in my chats that literally said, I've been watching you for 3 months, and I was struggling with drugs or alcohol, and today is my first
Oh my
day
God!
and
Shut
because
the
of your
fuck
positivity and your uplifting.
That's the biggest fucking lie anybody's ever told.
Brian, I was once hooked on alcohol and drugs, but when I found your channel, I found the strength.
Check out Home Slice's profile pic. Oh, God.
Step one, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and our lives had become unmanageable. Step two, find Brian BLT.
Find Brian's. There's a guy in Boston. He'll take care of you.
He has a lot of inspiration.
I'm sending you to Boston to sober up. I got a guy there. He'll take care of you. You'll know who he is. He has a shirt on that says "Dare" on the front.
Or has a pot.
Now there's a lot of guys that wear that shirt, but there's only one that has the contract from the 8th grade in his back pocket.
Or he has a pocket queer. I mean, a pocket square. Square.
Nature, it made me want to stop drinking, or it made me want to get into a rehab and get off drugs and clean my life up. Those are the stories that are like, that hits. And
what episode
did they do that? And maybe that hit.
What episode did they watch that made them want to quit drinking and clean up their life?
We did it, Tommy.
That must be
Tommy. We did it. We did it, Tommy.
Meetings or alcohol, and today is my food day.
Sorry,
I've had people that have been in my chats that literally said, I've been watching you for 3 months, and I was struggling with drugs or alcohol, and today is my first day sober. And because of your positivity and your uplifting nature, it made me want to stop drinking, or it made me want to get into a rehab and get off drugs and clean.
That didn't happen.
Did it really, though?
Please stop lying.
Did it really? I mean, there was literally a person alive in the world, and they were like, Brian, hey, I've been watching you for about 3 months. I've been on this heroin over here. But since I've been watching your show while I live on the streets with no TV and no power and no house and anything like that.
Who are you, Betty Ford?
I got you coming through on a flip phone. Somebody's burner they threw out the fucking window. I got about 2 bars left on this bitch. So if you wouldn't mind continuing the show.
my life up, you know, those are the stories that are like, you know, that hits. And if we can do that, and maybe someone is struggling and they're looking for a place to be and they feel safe that they can come down because maybe, you know, they've said free Karen Reed, and I've had friends turn on me too. And they're like, you know what? I can't be your friend anymore because I believe she's guilty.
What?
Hi,
What?
Maria.
I don't believe that. That I don't believe. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. You lost friends because of that? I don't believe that. Even if you were on different sides of the OJ coin, you still don't lose friends. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
But maybe that gives them a space, you know,
Thank
here,
you.
especially in the state of Massachusetts or
No,
wherever it
thank
may
you.
be. And they say,
in the state,
you know, here, especially in the state of Massachusetts, or
sometimes you just got to take a fucking break. Oh god. All right.
okay, he corrected himself. He corrected himself. My bad.
wherever it may be. And they say free Karen Reed, and the group around them or their friends around them are like, hey, I can't believe you because I think she's guilty.
And in 3 minutes, I'm dropping you in the chat for Turtleboy. So you don't have to go anywhere. You can just ride with Rubicon. She's driving the bus. There's a bunch of short buses connected together.
Are we gonna all be in a Jeep Rubicon?
No, she's going to be in the Rubicon. We're in a bunch of short buses.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
You know, linked together like a big
I like not having a
tard train. You know what I mean? The tard train's rolling in.
But it gives them a safe space to go and be out there with like-minded people. Okay. And that's really the biggest thing about this, because
Okay, Crystal says, joking aside, if that's the truth about sobriety, I'm happy for those people. It's not. There's no way it is. There's no way. Maybe someone found themselves listening to this and they were like, fuck, I gotta get clean. Like, I gotta get clean. Like, I'm listening to this, I gotta get clean now. That might be. And then
look at the pause game.
This is ruining my high.
If you can zoom in on Brian's face, look at it. This shit's hilarious. Perfect freeze game.
even then, maybe the only way. Other than that, no. Because there is no happy, positive, uplifting. He's not positive. He's never positive. He's so negative. So negative. And his ego is fucking huge. 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 Huge.
We're all in this for one thing: to free Karen Reed and get justice for John O'Keefe and the other cases that we cover here. So let me just play.
We're all in this for one thing. These three specifically, and then a really broad neck.
We're in for this one thing, but I mentioned four. But you get it.
And one of them is just a net cast across all true crime, you know, and just whatever we do, you know, just this one thing we do good.
A little bit, some of these videos, I always smile when I see these because I go, oh, I remember that person, or I remember that particular situation, or I remember that conversation. And I'll play a little bit of the montaging here. So let's play this.
Dude, if he talks about the cold, is this the one he talks about the cold? Oh my God. I love this. It's so good.
What do I got? The first one I play is that not the hearing. This was one of my first standouts that I ever went to, which was outside the court. And I remember it was January. It was freezing. So this is January 10, 2024. I might have an earlier one for this, but this was at one of the hearings. It was freezing out there. But I'm so happy to be able to be down there and capture all this and bring it back to the audience and show them. It was freezing that day. But look at like the positivity here.
For those keeping score, that's
January. This is what
the
it's gonna
third
be
or
like.
fourth time he said it in a minute.
Why does he like the word freezing so much? What did we get
Because
up to,
he
like
wants you to know
17?
his sacrifice. He wants you to
Yep.
know
How
what
much
he did for the movement.
Yeah, what pain he was in. But I had to
right.
bring it back to the audience.
You just had to do it.
Yep.
Had to do it.
Well, that's it, people. We're about to go ride some turtles, and we're about to watch this interview. Hopefully, we had a decent enough show with no drama to see who Dave the Wedge is, because we're about to see what Dave Wedge can do here soon if he shows up. But you can ride with us, so we're all going together. Say
If he
goodbye to your
doesn't show
friends,
up, it's your
Kazi,
fault.
Bye.
MJ. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Mary B, make sure you're subbed up to Mary B. Well, that's it. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Anybody have any last words to say?
Puff. Puff. Pass. True crime ChatRats. Y'all come on in. Welcome to the Rat House. Let's ride! Puff, puff, pass. True crime ChatRats. All across the world we coming through like that. Taking all the facts, put them in a trap. Yeah, we coming through like that. Rat House, ChatRats. Yeah, Rat House, ChatRats. Yeah. When the scene lights up, I'm the rat in the pack, rolling deep with my rat pack down this dirt road track. We picking apart the crime, every player, every clue. Where it all went sideways, we exposing the truth. Rat House Media, every night the llamas glow, chatting cases round the fire, letting the real shit show. Players hiding motives, evidence in the files. We hunt it down relentless, turn whispers into trials. All my rats online, from the backwoods to the coast. We pull you deep in the hollow where the real stories goes. Connecting dots in the house, no loose ends, no lies. Worldwide country rats, we running these crimes. Puff, puff, pass. True crime ChatRats. All across the world we coming through like that. Taking all the facts, put them in a trap. Yeah, we coming through like that. When you see the scene, better know it's the rats. Deep in the house, closing every gap, setting every trap. We sniff through the bullshit, rewrite the final act. Rat House forever, now pass that back. Now pass that back. Puff, puff, pass. True crime ChatRats. All the traffic never coming through the gap. Through like